third, first baseman number 18 from Paris Junior College, Bo Brewer. He's assisted by Caden and Becca. Batting fourth, third baseman number 25 from Sacramento State, Steven Moreno. He's assisted by Remington, Gavin, and Ellie. Batting fifth, designated hitter number 8 from San Jose State, Dalton Bowling. He's assisted by Jonah and Maverick. Batting sixth, right fielder number 17 from Minot State University, Jordan Williams. He's assisted by Logan Dixon, Logan Ludwig, and Hawkins. Batting seventh, second baseman number 20 from Murray State, Ethan Moore. He's assisted by Jace, Riker, and Olivia. Batting eighth, catcher number 23 from Rice University, Colin Hannigan. He's assisted by Brock, Jason, and Oliver. Batting ninth, shortstop number 1 from Texas Southern, Justin Cooper. He's assisted by Drew, Nixon, and Lucas. Starting on the mound for the Sabre Dogs, number 29 from Western Carolina University, Eric Wallington. He's assisted by Nelly and Henry. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor the brave men and women who serve and protect this great nation with the singing of our national anthem. Singing the anthem tonight is Miss Chloe Marie.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly real, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars good a perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets flamed the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hello and welcome to Corbett Field as we are about ready to get set for Game 2 of 3 here between the Canyon County Spuds and the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. I'm Max Tanzer bringing you all 64 Sabre Dogs games this season. Welcome to Jorts in Sports Night. Exactly how it sounds, the Sabre Dogs players will be wearing jean shorts on the field tonight, all 9 innings. We'll continue to talk about that as the game progresses, but before that, let's take a look at the starting lineup for tonight's Canyon County Spuds. Leading off at second base will be Cole Arnold making his first start of the series, followed by Noah Denny at short. Luke Danielwicks, the catcher, will bat third, followed by Zach Tullerman, the first baseman. Cam Grant, the left fielder, will bat fifth, followed by Carson Hake at third base. Joey Grabansky will be in right field for the second straight game, batting seventh. Jagger Harris getting his first start of the series, second game of the year, will DH, batting eighth. And Coney Vaith, the catcher, will round out the nine. On the mound for the Sabre Dogs tonight will be hard-throwing left-hander Eric Wallington, standing at 6'6", 215 pounds. This will be his second outing of the year. Got the start back against the Big Sticks on June 9th. Went 3 innings, allowed 1 hit, 1 walk to 5 strikeouts. In fact, struck out the first 4 batters he faced. So look to emulate a lot of the same here against this Spuds offense that really struggled against the Sabre Dogs back in their last ball game. Of course, Souris Valley picking up the big 12-1 victory. Warm-up tosses are finished, just about ready to say play ball here, and a gorgeous evening at Corbett Field. Sun shining once again on a hot evening on the turf. I guess if you look at it one way, they get to wear shorts here on the field tonight, maybe a little bit warmer, but you got to imagine a little bit more difficult with the flexibility here this evening, but we'll see how it progresses. It's going to be a fun night. Wallington turns, kicks, tosses, first pitch, swing and a miss, strike one, foul tip held on by the catcher Hannigan. 0-1 the count, and we are underway here live from Minot, North Dakota. First pitch at just about 7 o'clock on the dot local time here. As the 0-1 from Wallington is a fastball up and away. Check over to first base. He did go for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes the count quickly here on Arnold. Arnold hitting .291, no homers, 14 RBIs. Got the start last Sunday, where he went 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored and 3 RBIs. Wallington from the third base side of the rubber. Twists and tosses, the 0-2, buried in the dirt, blocked by Hannigan for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And what I'm very curious to see here with the Jorts, particularly, is how the catcher and Colin Hannigan will handle it tonight. Of course, going to be squatting this entire game, needs probably the most flexibility out of anyone, maybe besides Wallington on the mound. As the 1-2 is swung on the line down the right field line. Coming in is Williams. It's going to get down and roll past him all the way to the wall. Arnold rounds first. He's heading for second. He'll stop there. It's going to be a leadoff double for Cole Arnold to open up the ball game here in the top of the first inning. Looks like Jordan Williams had a tough time reading that one. Took a hard route to it, going straight at it to his left towards the right field line. Hit off the turf, then bounced high up in the air and rolled behind him to the wall. Would have likely been a double either way. So I'm going to bring up Noah Denny, but before we get there, let's take a look at the starting defense tonight for the Sabre Dogs that will play behind Eric Wallington. In the outfield left to right will be Caden Schwabe, Alan Greer, Jordan Williams. Williams back for the first time in over 2 weeks. Moretto, Cooper Moore, Brewer left to right in the infield, and Colin Hannigan, as we mentioned, will be your catcher. First pitch to Noah Denny is down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Wallington pitched to Hannigan back in his last outing. Of course, as we mentioned, in Dickinson against the Big Sticks. That was an 11-8 win for the Sabre Dogs in that series finale before they traveled back home for an off day and then over to Sioux Falls. 1-0 pitch on the way to Denny is a backdoor breaking ball that misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Fairly similar lineup to yesterday, or I should say to Monday in game 1 here for the Spuds, besides the fact that Denny is now moved down to the 2 spot. Arnold in the lineup along with Jagger Harris, the DH. Pitch on the way is outside, gets the backstop, so walking in this third base, standing up goes Cole Arnold. He's in scoring position here with nobody out in the top of the first inning, so a tough break. And at the very beginning of the game, we saw Bo Brewer wearing a cowboy hat at first base. Kanan Morrow just came out of the dugout to exchange it with him, so he'll put the cap back on. So Wallington from the third base side of the rubber leans for the sign here. He comes set. At the belt, wind blowing his jersey as he fires the next pitch. It's up and in, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Wind blowing hard out to left center field. So right-handers delight here at Corbett Field. Meanwhile, back on Monday, it was blowing the opposite direction towards right center. Wallington from the stretch, third base side. Here's the 3-1 delivery on the way. Well outside, 4 ball 4, so it'll be a walk to Denny. First and third, nobody out here for the Spuds in the top of the first inning as they look for their first lead of the entire series. So a good opportunity here for Danowicz to shake off a tough game 1 in which he went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Still has tremendous numbers this season. In fact, one of the biggest bats in the middle of this lineup for Canyon County, hitting-- 2 homers, 9 RBIs. Double play certainly in order here as Wallington comes set from the stretch, kicks, fires. Fastball misses outside, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. So the plan out of the gate here, likely going to be Wallington for as long as possible, then toss the baton over to Kanan Morrow. A couple of returners coming to the ball club here this weekend, or I should say this week. As we mentioned, Jordan Williams back in right field tonight for the first time in 2 weeks. The next pitch is a strike with a fastball in the outside corner, 1-1. Williams' last game was June 3rd back in Casper, where he was a double away from the cycle. And then we also have Dominic Parkhurst back, the opening night starter for Souris Valley. He'll start later in the week. Also left after his first start, but is now back as the 1-1 is swung on the ground softly up the middle. Diving stop by Cooper, flips to second for one. Moore's relay to first, there will be none. So that'll be a 6-4 fielder's choice. Run scores on the play, that's Arnold, as the Spuds take a 1-0 lead. Quite an effort for Justin Cooper, ranging up the middle, diving to his forehand side, flip to the second baseman, and Ethan Moore covering second base. Likely did not have a play as Daniel Wicks was running hard down the line, and it was a slow developing play. So 1 run in, a 1-0 lead here for the Spuds in the top of the first inning. Daniel Wicks now at first base. Denny retired on the play, as that'll bring up Zach Tollerman, the first baseman, to the plate. Right-handed hitter against a left-hander in Wallington as he comes set at the belt. Lifts and fires. First pitch is a breaking ball down low, make that ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. And for Cooper, he has some sliding shorts on underneath the jorts, but you got to imagine with the hot evening, the sun shining hard on the turf, diving's going to be tough for these players tonight, but of course they're going to battle through it. Still 1-0 is just going to make that a strike at the knees. Delayed call, 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield bat straight up, middle infield and double play depth, looking for a ground ball. That's Cooper and Moore once again in the middle of the infield for Souris Valley. At third base, Stephen Moretto making his Sabre Dogs debut, just arriving in town yesterday. 1-1 pitch is a backdoor breaking ball that bites the outer edge for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. So this will be game 2. Game 3 will be tomorrow, same time, 7:05 start time. Sabre Dogs looking to secure the series win tonight, but a good start here for Canyon County, leading 1-0. Wallington kicks, fires. The 1-2 is just a bit down, away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. So Daniel Wicks takes his lead from first base. Now Tollerman looking to keep this rally alive here. On deck, the left fielder and Cam Grant. Count even at 2, 1 away. Wallington delivers next pitch. Breaking ball down and in. A check over to the second base umpire. Says he does not go. That'll be ball 3. The count runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So that run that came around to score on the Daniel Wicks RBI fielder's choice is the first run that Wallington has allowed this year. Again, was very, very impressive in his first start, a product of Western Carolina University. As the payoff pitch is on its way, swinging a chopper down the third base line and foul. Count will remain at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Out of Asheville, North Carolina, as we mentioned, 6'6", along with Kirkpatrick, who's also a product of Western Carolina University. Both of them stand at the same height, 6 feet 6 inches, one a lefty, one a righty. Quite a dominating presence here in the Sabre Dogs locker room. Payoff pitch one more time, swinging a ground ball to third, picked on a hop by Moretto, goes to second for 1. Moore's relay to first is not going to be in time as Tollerman beats it out. So another fielder's choice, this time 5-4. 2 away now as Tollerman is safe at first base. That'll bring up Cam Grant to the plate. Saw a lot of double plays on the Sabre Dogs side of things back on Monday night in game 1, 3 to be exact. Cooper, Moore, and Brewer for 1, and then Bowling, Moore, and Brewer for the latter 2. Almost had one to end the game as well. A close 5-4 fielder's choice that could have been a game-ending 5-4-3 double play. Grant steps in, was 0 for 3 on Monday. Wallington from the stretch. Kicks, fires, first pitch, swinging a tapper down the third base side and foul for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Grant has a homer this season, 13 RBIs, hitting .288. As Wallington takes a deep breath, shrugs his shoulders, digs his left foot into the rubber, and now leans for the sign here. 21st pitch of the inning coming up for him here as he comes set at the belt, third base side once again. Lifts, fires, the 0-1. The fastball misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. After this series, Sabre Dogs will stay home and host the Pier Trappers for the first time this year, a 3-game set. Wallington from the stretch, third base side. Lifts and fires, the 1-1. Swinging a line drive, left field. Schwabe racing in. He's going to make the running grab towards the infield, head high. That will retire the side. But the Spuds pick up their first run of the night and their first lead of the series after the RBI 6-4 fielder's choice off the bat of Luke Danielwicks to bring around Cole Arnold to score. Running to the bottom half of the first inning, just getting underway here on a gorgeous evening at Corbett Field. Sabre Dogs coming up for the first time tonight.
This is Bo Brewer for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that there is a reason why Slim Chicken hangs guitars on their walls and plays the blues. It's the same reason why they only serve you 100% all-natural chicken tenders. It's the way they like it. There is a reason why they treat you like family and serve food just like you would at home. Because you deserve it that way. And there's a reason it's made fresh when you order and served hot, because that is their promise to you. Come see us at Slim Chickens or order online at slimchickens.com.
This is Caden Schwabe, an outfielder for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all of the exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need for the summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag SCODogs.
This is Bo Brewer for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that there is a reason why Slim Chicken hangs guitars on their walls and plays the blues. It's the same reason why they only serve you 100% all-natural chicken tenders. It's the way they like it. There is a reason why they treat you like family and serve food just like you would at home.
Welcome back to Corbett Field. 1-0 Canyon County your score. The Sabre Dogs coming up for the first time tonight. It'll be Caden Schwabe to lead it off. Having a good series so far in Game 1, was 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Will face Gary Grosjean here in his first at-bat of the night. 0-1 record for him with a 6.18 ERA through 4 outings and 3 starts. He turns, kicks, and tosses. His first pitch is a fastball on the outside corner, strike 1, 0-1. Third baseman Hake playing in front of the third base bag. Again, ready for a Schwabe bunt here. As Grosjean leans it for the sign. Chest facing his catcher. He now turns and delivers the 0-1. Swing and a foul straight back. Strike 2, no balls, 2 strikes. Schwabe hitting .456 this year. No homers, 8 RBI, 16 stolen bases. Tied with Alan Greer for the team lead in that category. Sabre Dogs, we continue to look at the counter here. Now have 66 stolen bases on the year. Our first in the Expedition League in that category. Tight race between them and the Sunfish. So the 0-2 is on its way. Up and in as Schwabe leans out of the way for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Interestingly enough, the Spuds are last in the league in stolen bases with 22. But have the third most players caught stealing at 15, just 1 less than Souris Valley at 16. But, of course, the Sabre Dogs steal at a more higher rate as the next pitch is swung on a chop to the first base dugout and foul. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. But, of course, the Sabre Dogs have stolen 66 bases and made just over 80 attempts. Meanwhile, the Spuds have stolen 22 bases. They made just about 40 attempts, about a success rate just very south, or a little bit south of 50%. 1-2, fastball misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sabre Dogs, as we've mentioned plenty of times, the number 1 offensive team this year. Very close to Spearfish, who's been fantastic as well. First in runs scored, 184. First in hits, 218. Second in on-base percentage. Second in slugging. As Grosjean turns and tosses the 2-2 on its way, swinging a soft fly ball, shallow right field. Grabansky ranging in. He's going to have to play it on a hop. So it'll be a single for Caden Schwabe to lead off the bottom of the first inning. Continues to have a dominating presence at top of this Sabre Dogs lineup. So that'll bring up Chase Keaton to the plate now. Keaton getting the start in center field this evening. So his first game in a couple of nights was 0 for 2 with 3 walks and 2 strikeouts in his last appearance. Excuse me, that was Alan Greer, Had to scratch that out as Greer was a late scratch in the lineup. But Keaton hitting 300 with 9 RBIs this year as the first pitch is on its way. It's a fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Let's take a look at the starting defense tonight here for the Spuds. Left to right in the outfield will be Grant, Daniel Wicks, and Grabansky. Hake, Denny, Arnold, Tollerman left to right in the infield, and Vaith will be your catcher. So Daniel Wicks going from behind the plate on Monday to center field tonight, showing a lot of defensive versatility. I don't think you'll ever see that again. As there's a check over to first base, Schwabe gets back in safely. 0-1 the count here on Keaton. Infield playing back and straight up. Outfield straight up as well as the wind continues to blow hard out towards left center. Grosjean from the stretch is 0-1. Big swing and a miss as Keaton falls to one knee for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes. We talk about Daniel Wicks' versatility. Well, Keaton has a lot of that as well. We've seen him at plenty of different positions this year. All 3 outfield spots, left to right, left field, center field, right field. Second base, shortstop. Capable of playing basically every position you can think of, including pitcher. As Grosjean comes set, fires the 0-2. Big swing and a foul straight back. Count will remain at no balls and 2 strikes. Bo Brewer on deck. Then it'll be Steven Moretto, the third baseman, who will make his hopefully major league debut someday, but his Sabre Dogs debut tonight. Grosjean, first base side of the rubber, leans in for the sign here. Schwabe takes his lead from first base. We'll see if the Sabre Dogs are less hesitant or more hesitant to run here with the jorts on tonight. So there's another move to first base. Schwabe back in safely. Sunshine, a beautiful night at the ballpark. Here's Grosjean. Tilts him for the sign again. Glove tucked into his front knee. Keaton waving his bat back and forth, and now lifts it above his right shoulder. Grosjean from the stretch. 0-2. Break him on the dirt, blocked by the catcher in Vaith. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Keaton tonight using the Sabre Dogs navy blue sock as an arm sleeve. How about that? I like the style. The typical Sabre Dogs sock with the navy blue coloring and the 3 white stripes that usually are at the upper portion of the shin. Now grazing over the elbow of Keaton as he swings and lines this into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit as Daniel Wicks has to play on a hop. A wide turnaround second for Schwabe. He'll retreat as Daniel Wicks gets it back in quickly. Back-to-back singles to open up the bottom of the first inning here for Souris Valley. And that'll bring up the hot-hitting Bo Brewer. So a fantastic spot for him now. Sabre Dogs trailing 1-0. Brewer extended his hitting streak to 18 games. He's now picked up a hit in each of the 18 games to open up the year. Came late in that ball game, an infield single to short, but it still counts. Now hitting .532 with a home run and 27 RBIs. Grosjean from the stretch fires the first pitch. It's on the outside corner for strike 1, 0-1. Now, I talked to Brewer before the game. He said the deal with his head coach, Alex Miklos, was that if he hit a home run in his first at-bat, he'd get to where the Cowboy had at first base. But he came out within the top of the first inning. We unfortunately didn't get a shot of it. Maybe he'll come back out within the second. Took it off about halfway. Grosjean from the stretch. The 0-1. Swinging a cue shot off the end of the bat. Softly hit second baseman Arnold ranging in. Going to flip it with his glove to first. It's going to be in time. A nice stretch by Tollerman on the back end for out number 1. So that'll be a 4-3 ground out on the play. Schwabe moves to third base. Keaton to second. So a productive out. That brings up Steven Moretto to the plate now. So Moretto going to make his Sabre Dogs debut here. Arrived yesterday, a product of Sacramento State. Had a great year there. Hit .277, 8 homers, 36 RBIs. 22 stolen bases as well here. As Alex Miklos is having a conversation with the second base umpire right now calling time. And now wants to talk to the home plate umpire here. Again, I didn't see anything happen. I'm curious to see what he's upset about. As he'll have a meeting with the home plate umpire right now. Again, it was a ground out to second off the bat of Bo Brewer, and then Moretto came to the plate here. And as Moretto dug into the right-hander's batter's box, Miklos was talking to the second base umpire, now having a conversation with the home plate umpire. Maybe something to do with the lineup. Unsure. We'll see if it develops later into this inning. Either way, it'll be second and third, 1 away here for Moretto. Grosjean will lean in for the sign, first base side of the rubber. Schwabe takes his lead from third base. That's Keaton at second base. Grosjean from the stretch, first pitch is inside with a fastball, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. So it looks like it may have been a confusion with the lineup. Again, exchanging lineup cards before the game. Moretto in the cleanup spot tonight. It's going to be Dalton Bowling, the DH, who's on deck. Grosjean from the stretch, first base side, 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0 Spuds here. Pitch on the way is a breaking ball that runs outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes here. Middle infielders will play back, so they'll exchange a ground ball for a run. With Schwabe's speed at third base, a fly ball of any depth should be able to score him to tie this ball game up. Rajan leads it for the side here. Wind blowing his jersey back and forth as he comes set. Kicks, fires. The 2-0 on the way is a fastball that just misses a bit outside. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Walks were an area of struggle for the Spuds pitching staff back on Monday evening. Walked 9 SaberDogs hitters. Also hit a handful of batters. A lot of those free passes coming in what was a 6-run fourth inning that allowed the SaberDogs to really break the ball game open. The 3-0 is a fastball right over the middle of the plate for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike now. So, of course, they'll be looking to command the strike zone a lot more tonight. Going to be a tough count here for Grosjean. Does have a base open. Daunting hitter on deck in Dalton Bowling, but it will be a hitter's count here for Moretto as he looks for something to drive. Grosjean from the stretch. Lifts and fires. The 3-1 on the way. He's a breaking ball down the way for ball 4. Moretto will toss his bat to first base. His first plate appearance as a SaberDog is a productive one as that loads the bases now with 1 away for Dalton Bowling, the DH tonight. His last few starts, he's been switching between shortstop and third base. In fact, the entire weekend in Sioux Falls, we saw him at short. Saw him at third base on Monday evening with the arrival of Justin Cooper. Now he's getting the start in the DH spot, so an opportunity for him to rest the legs, but looking to continue to swing a hot bat coming into tonight, hitting .282 with 8 RBIs. So Schwabe at third, Keaton at second, Moretto at first. First pitch on the way is a fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Bowling did a good job in the run batted in department back on the last road trip. Seemed like every plate appearance he was coming up with runners in scoring position. In fact, in his last 3 games, has driven in 6 runs. Chance for more as the 0-1 is swung on and fouled straight back for strike 2. Big rip. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Having a very productive year so far, slugging .436, an on-base clip of .348. 9 runs scored, 6 of his 11 hits for extra bases as well. He's behind 0-2 here, however. Double play is in order. Infield playing back, forced at all bases. Grosjean leads in, comes set, first base side. Lifts and fires. The 0-2 on the way is buried in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher and Vaith for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Good speed on the base paths, particularly with Schwabe at third, Keaton at second base. Base hit likely scores 2 here. The arms left to right in the outfield for the Spuds. Grant, Daniel Wicks, and Grabansky. Grosjean shakes once, now nods as he comes set here. Big pitch coming up ahead, 1-2 on Bowling. Here's that pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Foul tip held on by that catcher and Vaith. A big out number 2. First strikeout of the night for Vaith. That'll bring up Jordan Williams, the right fielder, to the plate now.
17, Jordan
Williams, a welcome back here after missing the last couple weeks. Went home to Alabama to see some of his family. Returning here yesterday. Back in the lineup, such a dominating presence before he left, hitting .375, 2 homers and 12 RBIs. First pitch is a breaking ball that misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. In fact, his last game was back in Casper on June 3rd against the Horseheads. Went 4 for 6 that day with a home run. Was a double away from the cycle. Again, had the home run, the triple, and 2 singles. Grosjean from the stretch. Kicks, fires the 1-0. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. At that moment, was at the top of the league in RBIs. Of course, after missing about a week and a half or so. Still dropped down, but you look at him compared to a lot of other hitters in this league. He's still high in many categories, including the home run column and RBI column. 1-1 pitch, swinging a pop-up shallow right center. Coming in is Grabansky, going out is Arnold. It's Grabansky, the right fielder, who drops it. 2 runs will score. That's Schwabe and Keaton. To third on the play goes Moretto. 2 runs are in, and the SaberDogs take a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. A cue shot off the end of the bat from Jordan Williams that was in the no-man's land into shallow right center. Grabansky, the right fielder, was sprinting in towards the infield, trying to reach out and make a basket grab. Went off his glove and got down. We'll see if they rule that a base hit. Either way, it'll be 2 runs to score and a SaberDogs lead here. Runners at the corners now with 2 away for a hot hitter in Ethan Moore. Grosjean from the stretch. His first pitch is a fastball upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Looks like for now they will rule that an E9 on Williams, so no RBIs will be credited to him unless that is overturned, or I should say changed into a base hit. Moore having a great night back on Monday. Went 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs. The next pitch is on its way. Swing and a miss. Was 3 legs of the way to the cycle for the second time this week. Also was in that category back in the series finale against Dickinson. As Williams takes his lead from first, Moretto from third. 0-1 is down low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count here with 2 away. So Sabre Dogs answering back immediately after the Spuds jumped to the board on the RBI fielder's choice ground out. Took a 1-0 lead. Taking advantage of an error from the right fielder Grambansky to score 2. Next pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by the catcher in Vaith. Williams took a couple steps towards second, then retreated. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Spuds going with their bright teal jerseys tonight with the purple script across their chests. Sabre Dogs going with the home whites and, of course, wearing the jorts tonight. For those of you tuning in, yes, the Sabre Dogs wearing jean shorts here this evening as the 2-1 is swung on and popped up in the shallow center. Shortstop Denny ranging out to his left. Now readjusting to his right as the wing gets a hold of it. He'll camp underneath it in shallow left to make the catch with 2 hands as that will retire the side. Took about 5-6 steps towards straightaway center, then had to redirect and take about 10 steps towards straightaway left. He still makes the plays. The Sabre Dogs send 7 men to the plate, taking advantage of an error to score 2 runs and take a 2-1 lead. Running to the top of the second, you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
The Glenburn Fire Department will be joining the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs at Corbett Field this Thursday for Pass the Boot Night in an effort to raise money to help them recover from a devastating fire at their station. As a community, let's show our support for the fire department. The game starts at 7:05 against the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks.
Times.
Welcome back to Corbett Field, top half of this second inning. 2-1 Sabre Dogs here. Lots of scoring so far. As Eric Wallington is out for his second inning of work. His first pitch is a fastball that sails upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Thank you so much to all of you tuning in on YouTube Live and Mixler. Thank you to all the Spuds fans tuning in. I know we had a lot packed last Monday with Dakota Haynes taking the weekend off. Dakota's great guy, great broadcaster. He'll be back with you guys in the next homestand as the next pitch is down in ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. In this inning for the Spuds, it'll be Carson Hake, Joey Grabansky, and Jagger Harris. 6, 7, and 8 due up. As Wallington digs back into the rubber, turns and tosses the 2-0. Fastball misses outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Wallington got into a little bit of trouble back in that first inning. The first 2 batters he faced, he allowed a double and a walk. Limited the damage to 1, which allowed the Sabre Dogs to take the lead very quickly, answering back immediately in the bottom of the first. 3-0 pitch on the way. He's a fastball in the inside corner, strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hake was 1 for 3 with a walk back on Monday evening, hitting a $150 so far in this year, a homer and 3 RBIs. Wallington turns and tosses the 3-1 pitch. Swinging a pop-up right side. Brewer ranging to his left, hat flying off and all. We'll watch it fly out of play for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So now 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error for the Spuds. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors for the Sabre Dogs here against Sports and Jorts night. Quite a fun ball game we have this evening here. Is Wallington. Glove in front of his face, comes set. Turns in, tosses the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A breaking ball out of the hand of Wallington. Hake was out in front. Strikeout number 1 on the evening here for Eric Wallington. So that'll bring up Joey Grabansky to the plate now. He was 0 for 3 with a strikeout back on Monday evening, now hitting .207, just a smidge above the Mendoza line with a home run and 7 RBIs. Wallington set, third base side of the rubber, turns and tosses the pitch on the way. Swinging a hard line drive out to the gap in deep left center field. Ranging back is Keaton. Looking up, this one's gone. Home run for Joey Grabansky. A laser beam out into the gap in left center field over to the 356 sign. His second home run of the season. And just like that, the Spuds tie the game 2 apiece here in the top of the second inning. And that one got out in a hurry. RBI number 8 on the campaign for Grabansky as well. So that'll bring up Jagger Harris to the plate now here with one away. And that's impressive territory over there in deep left center field. And again, a hard line drive. Fans hopefully did not blink after missing that one as the next pitch is up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, the count here to Jagger Harris. One of the quicker, fastest home runs we've seen in terms of exit velocity this year for either the Sabre Dogs or an opponent. As the 1-0 pitch is on its way. Misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. So very similar to what we saw last weekend against the Sunfish. Back on Sunday, the series finale, tug-of-war affair. So the 2-0 is swung on and missed for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sabre Dogs would take the lead. The Sunfish would answer right back. Back and forth, left and right, twisting and turning until the Sunfish would walk off the Sabre Dogs with a 3-run bottom of the 10th inning. It's the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. Pulled the string on the breaking ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Seeing a very similar theme here. 2-2 now here in the top of the second inning. Wallington comes set, third base side. Shakes once, now nods. Twists, kicks, fires. The 2-2 just misses a bit outside, ball 3. The count runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck, the catcher, Cody Vaith. Then it'll be the top of the order in Cole Arnold. Base is empty, 1 run in. Wallington turns, tosses the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Another breaking ball. Strikeout number 2 in the night for Wallington. Second of the inning as well, both swinging. That brings up the 9-hole hitter and Cody Vaith to the plate. So a very good answer back from Wallington after giving up the home run to Grabansky, as he looks to keep this ball game tied heading into the bottom of the second inning. Wallington turns and tosses his first pitch. Breaking ball backs up and misses up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Big gap in left center field as Schwabe, the left fielder, is taking a couple steps towards the left field line. Wallington turns and tosses the 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, a bit out in front right there. Vaith going with the no batting gloves look tonight here, the classic style. As the 1-1 is on its way, breaking ball backs up again, misses up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. So Wallington at about 40 pitches right now through an inning and 2/3 of work. We'll see how deep he goes tonight. Went about 3 innings back, or did go 3 innings, make that in his last outing. As the 2-1 is on its way to Vaith. Fastball on the outside corner. Home plate umpire says that Vaith went around for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We did see Dalton LeBlanc go 6 innings back on Monday. The best we've seen him. Allowed 1 run, struck out 5 batters. Picked up the win as well. As the next pitch is on its way. Breaking ball misses up and away, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike now. So a hitter's count to Vaith. Wallington has walked 1 batter tonight here through the first time through the order. Again, the 9-hole hitter and Cody Vaith up for the first time this evening. Shortstop Cooper a couple steps towards the 6th hole here. As Wallington comes set and fires the payoff pitch. Swinging a soft chopper up the middle, ranging to his right is Moore. He'll watch it sneak into center field, 4-base hit as it trickles into the glove of the center fielder in Keaton. That'll be a 2-out hit for Vaith, 2nd of the inning, 3rd of the night for the Spuds. So that brings up the top of the order and Cole Arnold to the plate. And a tough break for Wallington to do soft contact, a high chopper over the head of Wallington, which is quite a feat given that he's 6'6", elevated on the pitcher's mound and all as well. But as we mentioned, Moore was playing a couple steps towards the 4-hole, Cooper towards the 6-hole. Was right back up the box, got its way into center field as that ball had eyes on it. Here's Arnold, doubled back in the first. First pitch is outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Arnold 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored and 3 RBIs back on June 12th. 14 RBIs in the year here. Again, 2-2 ball game after the Grabansky home run out to deep left center field a couple of moments ago. Wallington from the stretch. Lifts and fires the 1-0. Just a bit off the outside corner, ball 2. 2-0. Arnold, a product of Chico State. As Wallington peers in for the sign. Again, wind picking up here. You can see Wallington's jersey blowing in the wind. 2-0 is right over Broadway for strike one. One strike now here on Arnold. Looks like there's almost a fan inside the jersey of Wallington as it blows it back and forth in the wind here. Continues to gust out towards left center. May have aided the home run from Grabansky earlier tonight. 2-1 pitch on the way from Wallington. Fastball misses down low, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Currently no action in the Sabre Dogs pen here, so we'll see how long Alex Miklas wants to extend Wallington tonight. Again, was mostly coming out of relief back at Western Carolina. Faith takes his lead from first after the single. Hitters count here to Arnold. 3-1 on the way. Swinging a hard ground ball right side, fielded by Moore. He'll pick it up, shuffle across to first base, and throw over to Brewer, which is in plenty of time to retire Arnold and retire the side. But the Spuds pick up 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on. We're once again tied at 2 as we get to the bottom of the second inning. You're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a $15K camper giveaway. If a SaberDogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today.
The Sabre Dogs have teamed up with Don Bissett Motors to bring you Guns N' Hoses Specialty Jersey Night. The players will play in these exclusive jerseys while a silent auction will be held throughout the game. There will also be a pregame softball scrimmage between the Minot Fire Department and the Souris Valley Fraternal Order of Police. Game time for the scrimmage is at 5:15. The team will also be hosting Superstars for some family fun entertainment. Come on out to the field to be part of the fun and watch the Sabre Dogs take on the Spearfish Sasquatch at 7:05.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a $15K camper giveaway. If a SaberDogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today.
The Sabre Dogs have teamed up with Don Bissett Motors to bring you
Welcome back to Corbett Field, tied at 2 as we enter the bottom of this second inning. Grosjean out for inning number 2 of work. Going to be Colin Hannigan, the catcher, to lead it off here. 8-9-1 due up for Souris Valley as they look to take their lead right back. Grosjean from the first base side of the rubber shrugs his shoulders, looks it for the sign as he now comes set. Fires the first pitch on the way to Hannigan, swinging a soft chopper down the third base line. He now falls down and rolls to the ground as it rules foul out of play for strike one. 0-1. Got to hope Hannigan is all right there. Again, took a tumble on that play after the swing, maybe fouled it off of his foot. That may be the case as he starts to limp towards the third base dugout again. Maybe just tweaked something in his ankle. He'll now walk back to the right-hander's batter's box. Looks to be okay. Again, a tough kid, a catcher, of course. He looks to be all right here as he digs back in. 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs back in Sunday in his last game. It's the 0-1 is a fastball pinpointed on the outside corner, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Hannigan going with the tights today underneath the jorts, of course. With catching today, going to have to be sliding a lot to his right and left. Don't want to get too many turf burns as the 0-2 is down low, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looks like Kanan Morrow's heading out to the bullpen for the Sabre Dogs right now. Again, we knew he was scheduled in relief, so maybe he'll be coming out for the third inning, maybe the fourth for Wallington. So the 1-2 is on its way, swinging a hard line drive out to left field. Grant ranging to his right. He'll make the catch running towards the left field line for out number 1. Hannigan hit it right on the button. Unfortunately, right in the tracks of Grant. So here comes Justin Cooper to the plate now. Second game of the season, made his season debut back on Monday. And again, if you were not able to tune in on Monday night, of course, a familiar face, a familiar name. That is the Justin Cooper that played for the Sabre Dogs last year. And he got quite an ovation when he came to the plate for the first time back on Monday. As Grosjean tosses the first pitch. It's a breaking ball on the outside corner, strike one. 0-1 the count. Cooper, a very loved player for Souris Valley last season. The fans very excited to see him back. As the 0-1 pitch is swung on and flied out to right center field. Romancing Ranger to his right. Daniel Wicks to his left. He slides in the gap and he makes the catch for out number 2. A nice play by Daniel Wicks, ranging to his left. Again, caught this one at about ankle height as he slid onto the turf. So 2 up, 2 down here for Souris Valley as Cooper flies out. He's now 1 for 6 on the air. Here comes Caden Schwabe to the plate. Picked up a bloop single in the shallow right field back in the first inning. Now 4 for 6 in the series. Would come around to score on what initially was ruled an E9 on the right fielder Graham Bansky. That has been overturned into a single for Jordan Williams. So you can also credit him with 2 RBIs. This is the first pitch on the way to Schwabe. He's a strike at the knees. 0-1. So now because that was a single, Schwabe make that Williams has RBIs 13 and 14 on the air, so quite a way to welcome himself back to the lineup. Grosjean turns and tosses the 0-1. Fastball misses up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors for the Spuds. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors for Souris Valley here in the bottom of the second inning. Count even at 1, Grosjean twists and tosses the 1-1. Just a bit down, away, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Talked to Schwabe before the game, knowing that speed is such an integral part of his game. Said he was struggling a little bit with his flexibility with the jorts on tonight. Said he was taking some fly balls in left field, found it a little bit more difficult. So the 2-1 pitch is swung on and lined right back to the pitcher in Grosjean, who catches it at about the hip height to retire the side. Looked like maybe Schwabe capped that one right there. Still a hard comebacker at Grosjean, who catches it in the air before it got past him and potentially rolled into center field for a base hit. So Grosjean, a good inning for him, a good bounce back here in the bottom of the second inning as he sets down the Sabre Dogs in order 1, 2, 3. Running to the top half of the third. Tight one here at Corbett Field, 2-2 as you're listening to the Spuds and the Sabre Dogs live on the Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
Join us at Corbett Field to watch your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs play the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks. It's this Wednesday, and you know what that means. Boneless wings at the stadium, Buffalo barbecue. Either way, come on over to the field to be a part of the fun. Tickets on sale now. You won't want to miss it. The game starts at 7:05.
First of the third inning here, tied at 2 apiece. 2-3-4 due up against Wallington, who is out for his third inning of work. Faced 5 batters back in that top of the second inning, allowed 2 runs. Make that 1 run as his first pitch on the way. He's a strike at the knees to Denny. 0-1 is the count. Coming on the home run from Joey Grabanski. We're now tied at 2 here. As Wallington turns and tosses his 0-1 is a breaking ball that misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Denny walked back in the first inning, would be stranded. In fact, retired on the 5-4 fielder's choice off the bat of Zach Tollerman. As the 1-1 pitch is inside and low. As Denny scoots out of the way, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. I gotta say, I love the color scheme for the Spuds here tonight. The bright teal with the purple really pops. Got gray pants as well with purple pinstripes. Very reminiscent of the early 2000s, late 90s Arizona Diamondbacks color scheme. As the 2-1 from Wallington is on its way. Misses down low, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Really pops here, especially in the sunshine. Purple numbers as well. As Wallington comes set, twists and tosses the 3-1. Swinging a hard ground ball left side. Cooper gobbles it up. Tosses across, throws to first. Pick on the back end by Brewer is in time for out number 1. 6-3 put out. 1 up, 1 down here for Wallington in the top of the third innings. That brings up Luke Daniel Wicks to the plate. Spuds on Monday night went with their dark black jerseys with a gradient outline for the Spuds script across their chest. So again, a lot of very vibrant colors for them this year. An expansion team this year, the first time the Sabre Dogs have ever faced them. So the next pitch is swung on and chopped off to the left side and foul for strike one. 0-1 the count here on Danielix. On deck, Zach Tollerman, the 4-hole hitter. Going to be a tough task here for Wallington, facing the order for the second time now. Getting 2-3-4 in this inning. He turns, tosses, the 0-1 delivery is a fastball at the knees on the inside corner, strike two. No balls, 2 strikes. So Wallington are pounding the strike zone a little bit more effectively here, especially in this at-bat to Danielix. Back-to-back strikes to open it off. He turns, kicks, fires. The 0-2 blocked in the dirt by Hannigan, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Hannigan looks to be moving quite well back there, even with the jorts on here tonight. Again, the Sabre Dogs did this last year back in August against the Trappers here at Corbett. So the 1-2 is on its way. Swinging a fly ball out to right field. Williams ranging to his left, a couple steps back as well as he'll camp underneath it, twisting towards the line for out number 2 as he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down for Wallington. Now 3 straight batters retired. So that brings up Zach Tollerman. A lot of the interns here with the Sabre Dogs, including myself, went to a Goodwill today, bought these jean pants for the Sabre Dogs, had to cut them manually to make sure that they were turned into the jean shorts, of course, as the first pitch on the way to Tollerman is up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. In fact, we bought so many from the Goodwill that they ran out of men's jeans, so we had to buy some women's jeans as well. So the 1-0 is a fastball outside, 2-0. And again, you can't tell from this far. I don't know who's wearing the women's jeans right now, but either way they work. Again, Jorts and Sports Night for the fun look here. As we mentioned, Bo Brewer got into the theme, had the cowboy hat on for the first couple of pitches in the first inning. So the 2-0 is down and away, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. A lot of the players even went and added additional chops into their pants, getting some designs in there, some zigzags, some stripes, fraying it a little bit. They got really creative with it here tonight. So the 3-0 is on its way. It's a strike on the inside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. Some of them even went yesterday to that same Goodwill and bought their own jorts. They were so ready for this ball game. Here's the 3-1 pitch on the way from Wallington. It's a fastball, been outside for ball 4, so a walk to Tollerman. Second walk allowed by Wallington in this ball game is at the 2-out base runner here for the Spuds. That'll bring up Cam Grant to the plate. Me and Ballard were supposed to get jorts up here. Fortunately, we did not, but we appreciate what's going on in the field here tonight. Wallington leans it for the side from the third base side of the rubber, 2 away after the walk to Tollerman. Grant 0 for 1 today, lined out to Schwabe and left to conclude the first. First pitch misses up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, I think the hardest part has to be the exposure of the knees and the shin area. Again, of course, on the turf here, diving, you don't want the turf burn. As Wallington kicks and fires, the 1-0 pitch.
You know, Max,
just a bit outside, ball 2.
It might be hard to play baseball in jorts, but I feel like it might be harder to broadcast in jorts.
You're right. They got to give us a lot of credit. You know, like we're moving around a lot up here. I'm standing up and down all the time. These guys aren't moving around at all.
Yeah, they're not moving. I mean, you stand a lot in baseball, so I can't imagine it'd be that much harder.
What they're doing tonight is quite impressive, I'll tell you that. As the next pitch is up and away, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. So after a couple of quick outs here, a walk to Tollerman and 3 consecutive balls here to Cam Grant. Now, what I always thought was interesting is I think a lot of people at the ballpark probably think this is the first time anyone's worn shorts in a baseball game. The Chicago White Sox back 70s and 80s, if I remember correctly. It's the 3-0 is a strike over the outside corner, 3-1. Another fastball from Wallington. The White Sox used to wear shorts all the time. And it was an interesting look. I know the White Sox back a couple years back even turned back the clock to those shorts. The high socks you could wear to protect your shins a little bit, but it's been done before at the big league level. So the 3-1 is outside, 4 ball 4. So that's now back-to-back walks surrendered by Wallington. First and second, 2 away. So that brings up Carson Hake to the plate. Now, that doesn't mean it's easy to play in shorts, especially since these are jean shorts here tonight. The White Sox shorts, if I remember correctly, were more like athletic shorts, like what we would consider basketball shorts today. So you have a little bit more leeway, a little bit more flexibility. Here tonight with the jeans, it's a little bit tighter. As here comes Benton Schweinfurth out to the mound. Now the pitching coach here for the Sabre Dogs to have a conversation with Wallington. As we mentioned, it's Kanan Morrow warming up down the right field line in the Sabre Dogs bullpen. So the Spuds really starting to string something together here. It looked good for Wallington to start it off. Retired 3 straight batters, picked up 2 outs, 2 consecutive outs. Then walked Tollerman and Grant on 4 pitches here. So a good opportunity for Carson Hake to give the Spuds the lead back for the second time today. He's 0 for 1, struck out swinging back in the second inning. So Wallington takes some time now as Schweinfurth heads back to the first base dugout here. Lefty on right once again. Hake 1 for 4 in the series so far. 2-2 ball game, top of the third inning here, live from Minot, North Dakota, here at Corbett Field. Wallington set from the stretch, standing straight up at 6'6". His first pitch is a breaking ball that sails to the backstop. Heading for third base is Tollerman. Right behind him, Grant to second as there's an aggressive turn from Tollerman at third base. Again, Wallington wasn't coming to home plate to cover. He'll hold, however. 1 ball, no strikes. Second and third now 2 away. So a tough spot here for Wallington as he looks to keep this game tied. And you got to give the Spuds a lot of credit out of the gate here. Been able to string around a lot of base runners. 4 hits so far, 2 of which for extra bases. The double from Arnold, a Grambansky home run as well. Wallington from the stretch. Lipson fires the 1-0, swinging a hard line drive. Diving catch by Moretto as he leaves the ground and holds on. What a play as he saves 2 runs from scoring. What a way to introduce yourself to the Souris Valley faithful. Moretto leaving his feet parallel to the ground, making the catch and holding on as he landed on the third base line. What a play. Put a star on that one as that saves 2 runs and keeps this game tied here in the top of the third inning. We're heading to the bottom half of the third inning. Sabre Dogs looking to take the lead as they'll be sending up 2, 3, and 4. Keaton, Brewer, and Moretto when we come back.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
This is Declan Buckle, shortstop for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, with a message to you from Four Bears Casino. Four Bears is excited to welcome you aboard as they have plenty of fun events planned for the summer, including Dwight Yoakam on June 19th. They're now open 7 days a week and are giving away a brand new Ford truck and camper on July 3rd. Not only that, but their water park opens June 15th, and you can take a cruise or book a private party this summer on their luxury yacht. Go to fourbearscasino.com for complete hours and more details.
Bottom half of the third inning, tied at 2. Quite an exclamation point to punctuate the top of the third inning. Steven Moretto making a diving play, laying out towards the third base line, belly flopping onto the ground, holding on to save 2 runs. As Chase Keaton will lead it off here as he swings and shatters his bat and grounds it down the third base line and foul for strike 1. 0-1, slings his bat towards the first base dugout, goes back to get a new one. Again, a fastball in on the hands, right on the handle. You could hear it snap a little bit. We'll see if the Sabre Dogs will break it in the first base dugout again. Again, we saw the Drew Miller broken bat back on Monday evening where Kanan Morrow snapped it on the knee. Now, Morrow is over in the bullpen right now, I believe, so he won't be there to break it as he's getting ready to pitch. But it looks like we just saw Jaden Beck snap it very quickly with a lot of poise right there. Didn't even look like he made an effort right there, just bent it over his knee, broke it into 2 pieces. Now it's his buddy, his teammate, holding it in 2 hands right now. Beck wearing Bo Brewer's cowboy hat now as well over there in the first base dugout. So he's taking good care of it right now as he holds the handle of the bat in his hands, takes a practice swing. Meanwhile, more importantly, Chase Keaton digs back into the box. Here's the 0-1 from Grosjean on the way. Swing and a foul straight back, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. He immediately afterwards handed the barrel of the bat to Kyle Bratzit, another pitcher on the ball club. Now both of them holding the handle and the barrel as they laugh over in the first base dugout. That's the second time in this series we've seen a broken bat snapped over the knee. You gotta love it. Gotta love the excitement here. As Keaton digs back in. Grosjean turns, tosses. His pitch on the way. On the outside corner for strike 3 as Keaton is rung up on 3 pitches. strikeout number 2 of the night for Grosjean, out number 1 here in the bottom of the first inning, as that brings up Bo Brewer to the plate now. Brewer 0 for 1, grounded out to the second baseman Arnold. Back for the first out of the first inning. A cue shot off the end of the bat, softly hit that he almost beat out. Again, looking to keep that hitting streak alive here. 0 for 1 so far tonight. Grosjean fires the first pitch. Brewer shows bunt, takes a breaking ball over the inside corner for strike 1. 0-1. The third baseman Hake playing well back. So is the first baseman Tollerman, likely to trying to catch both of them off guard. 2-2 ball game, bottom of the third. Grosjean turns, kicks, fires. The 0-1 is down the way, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brewer going with the navy blue socks with the 3 white stripes of piping tonight. What Chase Keaton was previously a moment ago using as an arm sleeve. As the 1-1 pitch is swung on and cued off the end of the bat again to the second baseman Arnold, who charges, picks it up, throws to first. That's in time to retire Brewer for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for Grosjean has been very good since that difficult first inning where he allowed 2 runs and faced 7 batters. Has now set down the last 6 batters he's faced in order. Last was Ethan Moore to end the first, a 1-2-3 inning in the second, 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning. Here comes Steven Moretto, fresh off of that fantastic diving catch. Again, making his Sabre Dogs debut tonight here. As Grosjean turns and tosses, first pitch on the way, swinging a line drive left field, hooking away from Grant. He's not going to get it. It will bounce off the track and over the wall for a ground rule double. So Steven Moretto having quite the productive last 10 minutes or so. A diving catch to end the top of the third, and a 2-out double here to hopefully start a rally here in the bottom of the third inning. A hard line drive down the left field line, as that inserts him into scoring position here with 2 outs for Dalton Bowling now. First hit in the Souris Valley uniform here for Moretto. Had 22 doubles back at Sacramento State this year. Gets number 1 here for the Sabre Dogs. Here comes Dalton Bowling now, 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the first inning. That came with the bases loaded, a chance to redeem himself right here with a base hit. Grosjean fires the first pitch, breaking ball chopped to short. Denny charges, picks it on a hop, shuffles across and throws to first. That's in time to retire Bowling and retire the side. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on here for the Sabre Dogs in the bottom of the third inning. We're a third through this one here at Corbett Field as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Tied at 2 as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs radio network.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a 10K golf cart giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home in a brand new golf cart courtesy of OK Automotive. Register in store today.
Hey Sabre Dogs, the team has teamed up with Circle Sanitation to bring the fans a Minot Mallards throwback jersey night. The Sabre Dogs will play in these exclusive jerseys while a silent auction will be held throughout the game. The proceeds will go to the Cheering for Chance fundraiser. The team starts at 7:05 and the Dogs will be playing against the Badland Big Sticks.
Top half of the 4th inning, Eric Wallington. Good stuff from him tonight. Out for his 4th inning of work. First pitch on the way is outside for ball 1 to Joey Grombanski. 1-0 the count. Grombanski charged Wallington for a run back in the second with a missile of a home run out to left center. The next pitch is a breaking ball down and in ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. So assuming that Wallington can record at least 1 out here in the top of the 4th, this will be his season high in innings pitched. Just his 2nd outing of the year, 2nd start as well. So the 2-0 is cut on a miss for strike 1. Foul tip held on by the catcher Hannigan. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. And again, there has been command struggles. 3 walks so far at about 70 pitches. But is able to battle through some jams. Was able to put a 0 on the board back in the 3rd inning. He turns and tosses. The 2-1 is a fastball on the inside corner, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's also picked up 2 strikeouts, both swinging. Both of them also came back in that 2nd inning in which Grombanski left the yard for his 2nd of the season. First hit of the series as well. Next pitch on the way, swing and a miss for strike 3. Grambansky retired for the first time tonight. Third K of the evening as well for Wallington, as that is out number 1 here in the top of the 4th inning. A good breaking ball that Grambansky was out in front of, pulled the string on him once again. A good change of speeds from Wallington from the left side. So that brings up Jagger Harris to the plate. Harris 0 for 1, struck out swinging back in the second. That was K victim number 2. As Wallington turns and tosses, the first pitch is just a bit outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Fairly quick ball game so far, just about 50 minutes into this one or so. In fact, actually an hour exactly. So we started at 7 on the dot as the 1-0 is down in ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Started at 7 o'clock on the dot, 7:59 local time here in Minot. We're in the top of the 4th inning with 1 away. Wallington turns, tosses, the 2-0. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. A lot of fans once again here on hand tonight. Both VIP sections down the first and third base lines, completely full. A lot of fans behind home plate as well here. As the 2-1 is on its way. Fastball misses outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Again, a lot of fans wanting to come out for Jortson Sports Night. Last year, it was about in August, as we said, against the Trappers. Only lasted an inning and a half as the game got postponed due to the rain. So the 3-1 is on its way from Wallington. Misses down and in, 4-4. It's the 4th walk allowed by Wallington tonight and a 1-out base runner that allows Harris to reach here in the top of the 4th inning. That'll bring up Cody Vaith, the catcher. And it was really disappointing because it was so cool, so unique to see the jorts on these players here back last season. Really the first time I've ever seen it at the baseball level. I know of the Savannah Bananas wearing kilts, but besides that, you don't usually see any teams change the uniform this drastically. So the first pitch on the way to Vaith is cut on a miss for strike 1. Chased a fastball up out of the zone. 0-1 the count. It only lasted an inning and a half. It started to storm, started to rain. The game got postponed and moved to Pierre the next day because the Sabre Dogs were traveling there anyway for the remainder 2 games of that series, I should say. So the 0-1 to Wallington is up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And because of that, they finished the next 8.5 innings the next day in Pierre, South Dakota. And, of course, the Sabre Dogs did not take the Jorts with them, so the remainder of that game was finished in normal baseball attire. As the next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2 out in front of a breaking ball. Another 2-strike count here for Wallington. So it's looking like we're going to get a full 9 innings of Jorts tonight, or at least 8.5, hoping the Sabre Dogs win. We've already surpassed the duration we saw them last year. 2-strike pitch from Wallington on the way. Misses up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Haven't seen a stolen base tonight from the Sabre Dogs. Again, lead the league in that category with 66. Got to wonder if players are being less aggressive. The fact that their skin is exposed as the 2-2 is on its way. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Another good breaking ball from Wallington. Second strikeout of the frame, 4th in the night. All have been swinging. So he'll face the top of the lineup now. Cole Arnold for the 3rd time tonight. 81 pitchers through 3 2/3 so far. So that brings up Cole Arnold to the plate. Arnold 1 for 2, doubled in the first, scored a run on the 6-4 Fielder's Choice RBI off the bat of Daniel Wicks. Also grounded out to second in the 2nd inning. First pitch on the way, misses up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Players didn't even know what their Jorts were going to look like until they arrived at the ballpark today. But a lot of them were very excited to see them. Again, as I mentioned earlier, playing around with them, putting in special designs. I'll tell you, they will probably never get to do this again. So the 1-0 is a fastball outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And it's such a fun promotion. Obviously, as we mentioned, a lot of fans here at the ballpark tonight getting ready for this. Of course, we're almost teased with it last year after seeing an inning and a half. Get to see a full game of them tonight here. And we've still seen some players leave their feet. Cooper made a diving stop. Moretto made a diving play. So they're still playing hard. Of course, as you would expect, the next pitch is a fastball on the inside corner, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Outfield straight up, infield as well, playing back with 2 outs, 4 set 1st and 2nd currently as Arnold digs back into the right-hander's batter's box. Wallington from the stretch now, belt tie. Lipson fires, the 2-1 on the way, is in the dirt, blocked by Hannigan for ball 3 as it rolls a smidge to his right. 3 balls, 1 strike. For the Sabre Dogs in the bottom of the 4th inning, it'll be 6, 7, and 8. Jordan Williams, Ethan Moore, and Colin Hannigan do up. As Wallington digs his left foot in the rubber and leans it for the sign here. Hitters count for Arnold. A lot of 3-ball counts for Wallington so far tonight. He kicks and tosses, pitch on the way, swinging a line drive right at the shortstop Cooper, who makes the catch an inch above his head to retire the side. So besides the walk, Wallington is able to set down the bottom of the Spuds order with plenty of ease. Running to the bottom half of the 4th inning, tied at 2 apiece. Due up for the Sabre Dogs will be Williams, Warren, Hannigan when we come back. You're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs radio network.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down.
We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything we can to keep our loved ones safe, and they do everything to keep us safe. Seatbelts save lives. It's an indisputable fact, and buckling up is something we all can do.
Buckle up, Dad.
Seatbelts save lives. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
This is Ethan Moore for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all our exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need this summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag SCODogs.
Welcome back to Corbett Field. 2-2 ball game here as we enter the bottom half of the 4th inning. This was the lucky inning for the Sabre Dogs on Monday as they scored 6. Looking for some more of the same here. Jordan Williams to lead it off. First pitch on the way is up in, or make that a strike on the inside corner, excuse me. No balls, 1 strike to count here. Williams initially drove in 2 runs on what was ruled a need 9. Overturned into a base hit as the next pitch is a breaking ball down the way, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Williams now 5 for his last 6, picked up RBIs 13 and 14 on that play, responsible for both runs here scored by Souris Valley tonight. Here's the 1-1 on the way, swing and a miss behind a fastball for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still Gary Grosjean on the mound here tonight. This is 4th start of the year. Had a good outing against the Tommyknockers back on June 8th, his last outing. A quality start, went 6 innings, 3 earned runs. Struck out 6 batters to 2 walks. 1-2 on the way, swinging a line drive foul off to the right side and out of play. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kanan Morrow once again tossing down the right field line. And when he does come in, it will be his first relief outing of the year, something he's a little bit more comfortable with. I'd imagine that they will still try to stretch him. He's been a starter this year. Just trying to get him bulk innings in the back end of the game instead of starting. So the 1-2 is swung on and spoiled foul off to the right side and a breaking ball. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. I'll tell you, Morrow's excited to pitch in the Jorts tonight. I was talking to him before the game, so I'm excited to see him compete when he gets to the mound, whether that's next inning or any inning after that. Again, ball game likely could be done for Wallington, who did a good job battling through some command struggles, just limited the Spuds to 2 runs through 4. There's a swing and a ground ball to short, gobbled up by Denny, picks it up cleanly, throws to first. That's in time to retire Williams for out number 1. Back-to-back plays for Denny. He's executed both. A lot of balls on the ground tonight here against Grosjean tonight. That brings up Ethan Moore to the plate. Moore 0 for 1 with a pop out to short, back of the 1st inning. Again, coming in hot. Hitting .214 now, which again, off the bat, doesn't jump out at you, but he's been swinging it quite well. The batting average has jumped about 60 points in the last week and a half or so after what was a tremendous road trip. And game 1 kept that going 3 for 4 as the first pitch is swung on and missed, about a 3/4 hack on a breaking ball down and away. Strike 1, 0-1. So Moore digs out, stares at the barrel of his bat, now taps on the plate. Looking to pick up the 4th Sabre Dogs hit of the evening here as he represents the go-ahead run. Grosjean kicks, fires. 0-1, swinging a soft chopper to 3rd. Fielded on the long hop by Hake. Bobbles, recovers, throws to first in time to retire Moore for out number 2. And Moore hit a high chopper that the 3rd baseman and Hake tried to field at about chest height, turned his glove over to make the basket-style catch, went off the heel of his glove, bounced right back up on him, or into his glove, I should say, as he recovered it quite quickly, which allowed him to throw out more by less than half a step. A very close play. So 2 up, 2 down now here for Grosjean. 3 batters retired in order. Here's Colin Hannigan to the plate, lined out hard to the left fielder Grant his last time up. First pitch, swinging a bounding ball to third, fielded on a couple hops by Hake. Sets his feet, throws to first, and it's just in time to retire a hustling Hannigan for out number 3. Tremendous inning of work for Grosjean as he faces the minimum for the second time tonight. Sets down the Sabre Dogs 1-2-3 with 3 consecutive groundouts to the left side of the infield. Running to the top of the 5th inning, almost halfway through this one at Corbett Field. Your score, the Spuds 2, Sabre Dogs 2. You're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
Because you deserve it that way, and there's a reason it's made fresh when you order and served hot, because that is their promise to you. Come see us at Slim Chickens or order online at slimchickens.com.
This is Caden Schwabe, an outfielder for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all of the exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need for the summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag SCODogs.
This is Bo Brewer for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that there is a reason why Slim Chicken hangs guitars on their walls and plays the blues. It's the same reason why they only serve you 100% all-natural chicken tenders. It's the way they like it. There's a reason why they treat you like family and serve food just like you would at home. Because you deserve it that way. And there's a reason it's made fresh when you order and served hot, because that is their promise to you. Come see us at Slim Chickens or order online at slimchickens.com.
This is Caden Schwabe, an outfielder for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all of the exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need for the summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag SCODogs.
Welcome back to Minot, North Dakota. Gorgeous evening here at Corbett Field. New arm on the mound here for the Sabre Dogs. Going to be right-hander Kanan Morrow, making his first relief outing of the year. 3 outings so far this season. 2-1 record with an 8.25 ERA. 15 strikeouts to 8 walks through 12 innings. His last outing was a tough one. Battled through some tough wind conditions in Dickinson. Went 4 innings, got the loss, allowed 6 runs. All of them earned 10 hits to 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. So he'll look to shake that off here tonight and pick up a good outing here against the Spuds. The first pitch on the way to Noah Denny is swung on a miss with a fastball for strike 1, 0-1. Now Morrow is very used to relieving. In fact, has exclusively come out of the bullpen for Paris Junior College. It's the 0-1 pitch is swung on a miss for strike 2, no balls, 2 strikes. Now, while he is out of the pen tonight, still probably a more unorthodox situation for him. Again, used to closing out games late. Had gone multiple innings before. Wouldn't be surprised if Miklos rides him for 3 or 4, if not more tonight, in relief of Wallington, who went 4. 0-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss for strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. As Morrow sits down Denny on 3 pitches, fantastic start here in the top of the 5th inning. All fastballs that looked like as well, up and out of the strike zone. Again, likes to ride that fastball, has a lot of ride on it, and sits about 90 to 93 miles an hour on that pitch. So good start. Here's Luke Danielwicks to the plate, 0 for 2 with an RBI on a 6-4 fielder's choice. First pitch from Morrow is a fastball over the heart of the plate, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. So ultra efficient here early on. As Danielwicks digs back in, Morrow working at a quick pace, turns and tosses. The 0-1 is just a bit down away, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. We almost saw it yesterday through 4 pitches. Same story tonight. Was hoping for an immaculate inning there, or at least to get closer. A really close spot there from Morrow on a good breaking ball. So the 0-1 is swung on and missed for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So after 4 consecutive fastballs, doubles up on a breaking ball. We'll see what him and Hannigan come up with right here. Very quick pace. He comes set first base side. Turns, kicks, fires. The 1-2. Swinging a soft line drive off the fist, slicing foul to play to the right side. Count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Your line score, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Spuds. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Sabre Dogs. All of the run production coming in the first inning and a half of this ball game. 2.5 consecutive scoreless innings so far as the 1-2 is swung on and popped up foul to play to the right side again. Count stays at 1-2. Make sure to get out to Corbett Field again for this long homestand, an 8-day homestand that started on Monday, had a day off yesterday. As the 1-2 once again is on its way from Morrow, swinging a soft line drive foul to the right side again, this time cued off the end of the bat instead of jammed. Count remains at 1-2. Series conclusion tomorrow, 7:05 first pitch, and then a 3-game set against the Trappers for a 3-game weekend series. And the Sabre Dogs will head to Nebraska to go to Hastings and Fremont next week for a week-long road trip. As the 1-2 is on its way from Morrow, swinging a pop-up shallow right field. Second baseman Moore ranging to his left. He's going to camp underneath it on the cut of the outfield grass for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for Morrow here. As we get the cleanup hitter now and Zach Tollerman to the plate. Tollerman has reached base once. That was on a walk via Wallington back in the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1, grounded into a 5-4 fielder's choice back in the 1st inning as well. So Morrow toes the rubber here. Comes set from the first base side, turns, kicks, fires. First pitch is down the way, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. We got a little dust storm down the right field line here. Got a lot of kids playing in dust patch down the right field line. Always a ton of kids down there here at the ballpark. Love to see it. It's the 1-0 pitch. Is a breaking ball. Home plate umpire says that Tollerman went around for strike 1. 1-1. An uncomfortable hack from Tollerman as he checked his swing and stumbled towards the third base dugout trying to hold back. As the 1-1 pitch is down away with the breaking ball, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. So much dust now, back to that talking point, that it's looming onto the field a little bit again. Shouldn't play too much of a role. It's just some kids having fun, dragging a branch around, it looks like, as the next pitch is a breaking ball in the inside corner, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looks like a branch fell off a tree, and there's about 4 or 5 kids down in the corner in foul territory, dragging it around, generating a ton of dust towards the Sabre Dogs bullpen. 2-2 from Morrow, swinging a line drive to the left of Cooper. He charges in, makes the catch at the waist, as that is out number 3 to retire the side. Tremendous start from Morrow as he sets down the Spuds in order 1-2-3 here in the top of the 5th inning. We're halfway through this one, folks, at Corbett Field. We got a tight one tonight. 2-2 your score as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Four Bears Casino now, play your favorite slots, and earn entries for their July 3rd truck and camper giveaway. It's your chance to win a decked out camper and 2021 pickup with full towing package. Plus, get your tickets for Dwight Yoakam live in concert June 19th and enjoy water fun on a yacht tour of Lake Sakakawea or a splash in their water park. Check out all the fun on their website, all at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
The Souris Valley Sabre Dogs are back for another fan giveaway. Fridays are always for our fans. This giveaway will be a water bottle brought to you by the North Star Community Credit Union. The first 500 fans to attend will get one of these Sabre Dog branded water bottles. Come out to watch the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs play against the Spearfish Sasquatch at 7:05 at Corbett Field and be a receiver of the giveaway.
Bottom half of the 5th inning, 2-2 ball game, 9-1 and 2 up, for the Sabre Dogs here. Justin Cooper to lead it off against Grosjean here for his 5th inning of work has been tremendous tonight here for the Spuds, and quite a breath of fresh air after they had to use a lot of pitchers back on Monday night. 3 to be exact, but they had to throw a lot of pitches and eat up some innings late in that ball game. And got to imagine if you're the Spuds and head coach Sean Walsh, you're looking for a deep outing from Grosjean tonight as Cooper shows bunt, gets it down the third base line. It will roll foul for strike 1, 0-1. Cooper showing late, trying to drag himself on right there, taking advantage of the third baseman Hank playing about even with the bag right there. So Cooper will walk back to the right-hander's batter's box and catch his breath a little bit here. Cooper 1 for 6 on the young season so far. That one hit came yesterday in his season debut, of course. It was so great to hear him get such a loud ovation. I touched on it a little bit in his first at-bat. I hadn't heard an ovation like that at all last year and early on this year as well, as the next pitch is inside ball 1. 1-1 strike. And I think a big part of it is that Cooper was beloved last year, but also I don't think people realized he was back. It was kind of quiet. I heard about it about a week ago as the 1-1 pitch is on the way. It's down low ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. So I think the first time people realized Justin Cooper was back in a Sabre Dogs uniform was when the starting lineups were announced. And it was quite a cool scene. We had a big crowd, of course, a very loud crowd. Gave him a loud standing ovation as the 2-2 is swung on and softly lined in the right field for a base hit. So Justin Cooper picks up hit number 2 in the season, number 1 of the night. As that brings up Caden Schwabe, the leadoff hitter, to the plate now. Soft ground ball through the 4-hole. The second baseman Arnold was ranging a bit up the middle. So Cooper represents the go-ahead run with good speed at first base. Again, stole 20 bags back in 2020. As Schwabe digs back in, he's 1 for 2. Lined out to the pitcher his last time up in the second. Also picked up a single back in the first. Cooper takes a healthy lead from first base. He's ready to go. Grosjean fires first pitch. Schwabe shows bunt, pulls back, takes down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The third baseman Hake right in the face of Schwabe right now, playing well in onto the cut of the infield grass. About 10 steps in front of third base, now ready for a potential bunt. As Cooper takes his lead again. 1-0. Schwabe drags it this time to the right side of the infield, fielded by Grosjean off the left side of the mound. To his left, he'll throw over to the first baseman Tullerman in time to retire Schwabe for out at number 1. Meanwhile, on the play, Cooper moves to second base. So a sacrifice bunt, 1-3 for Schwabe. Good RBI chance here for Chase Keaton. He's 1 for 2. Hit a rocket right back up the middle back in the first inning for a base hit. Struck out looking in the third. Has 9 RBIs in the year here. Has a good chance to give the Sabre Dogs their second lead of the night right here as Cooper has good speed, taking his lead at second base. Wind continues to blow out towards left center. Grosjean from the stretch fires the first pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down. Away ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Looks like a lefty starting to toss down in the Spuds bullpen currently. Again, no urgent throwing. Again, just walking around out there, maybe stretching a little bit. Grosjean from the stretch again. Fires the 1-0. It's a fastball at the knees on the outside corner for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Close spot. So the count now evens up on Keaton here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Identical score lines now. 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors for both ends here. As Grosjean peers in, glove tucked into his front knee, right above his right knee, in fact. Make that left knee. As the 1-1 is swung on and skied on the infield. Popped up. Shortstop Denny takes a couple steps to his left. Now his right, now back to his left as he readjusts and makes the catch for out number 2. So retreating back to second base goes Cooper. It's going to take a base hit to likely score Cooper from second base now with 2 away. That brings up Bo Brewer, who's 0 for 2. A couple groundouts to second base. Team leader in RBIs, just the man you want up right now, is 27 so far this season. As he digs into the right-hander's batter's box here. Grosjean, tough situation to wiggle out of right here with a tough hitter at the plate. He comes set. Fires the first pitch, swinging a soft ground ball, left side. Hake fields it on a hop, shuffles across and throws to first. That's going to be in time to retire Brewer and retire the side. Brewer now 0 for 3 tonight with 3 groundouts as the Sabre Dogs strand Cooper in scoring position at second base. Running to the top half of the 6th inning. Quick ball game tonight. Tied at 2 as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
Like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
The Glenburn Fire Department will be joining the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs at Corbett Field this Thursday for Pass the Boot Night in an effort to raise money to help them recover from a devastating fire at their station. As a community, let's show our support for the fire department. The game starts at 7:05 against the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still.
First of the sixth inning, Caden Morrow out for inning number 2 of work. Was very good in his first inning of work. Faced the minimum, set down the Spuds 1-2-3. Looking for some more of the same here as Cam Grant is in to lead it off. First pitch is down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. So a 2-2 ball game here. Sabre Dogs 2 runs coming in on the 2-run single from Jordan Williams. For the Spuds, an RBI 6-4 fielder's choice off the bat of Daniel Wicks, the center fielder tonight. So the next pitch is swung on a miss, strike 2. Strike 1, make that 1 ball, 1 strike. And then on the home run from Joey Grabansky, an impressive shot just with how quickly he got out. Looked like it only was about 10 feet off the ground. So the 1-1 is swung on and popped straight back for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a lot of times you'll see balls hit that low, get out down the left or right field lines exactly, but what made this more impressive was that it went out to a gap in left center. And again, 356 is fairly shallow for a gap for a college baseball player, but still quite impressive with how much he squared it up. 1-2 pitch, swinging a soft fly ball out to right center field. Williams ranging to his right, Schwabe to his left is make that Keaton to his left, who makes the lunging grab for out number 1. Good adjustment on that play. It looks like he misread it at first. Sharp angle towards straightaway right field and had to readjust and step back towards the track. Caught it a little bit deep at about the hip height. Was able to hold on for out number 1. So four consecutive batters retired from Morrow to open up his 9th. That brings up Carson Hake to the plate now, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a lineup to third base. Morrow turns and tosses his first pitch. In the dirt, picked by Hannigan for ball 1 on the breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Hake lined out to third, back to end the third inning with runners on second and third. It was a hard line drive to the third base line. It was an impressive diving catch by Moretto, who left his feet, lunged deep into the air. Still 1-0 is down and in ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And if he doesn't make that catch, it's at least a 4-2 lead for the Spuds right now, if not more. But since then, both pitching staffs have been able to keep this game knotted at 2. So we've seen a pitcher's duel so far. 2-0 is a fastball up and in, ball 3 as Hake leans away. 3 balls, no strikes. For the Spuds tonight, it's only been Grosjean, who's gone 5 innings so far. Has been very good. For the Sabre Dogs, it's been the duo of Wallington and Morrow. Morrow's been very efficient so far. As he kicks and fires, the 2-0 on the way is inside. That's going to hit Hake on the back. That's the first base runner allowed to reach by Morrow tonight, as Hake will take first base. First time he's reached as well. So it'll be a 1-out base runner here in the top of the 6th inning for Joey Grabansky. Pitch that got away from Morrow right there. I believe it was a fastball and ran a lot arm side, hit Hake about in the numbers right there. Hit him hard as well as he takes a long walk to first base. Again, we know how hard Morrow throws. Currently no action in the pen here for Souris Valley. It is likely that Morrow will go deeper in this ball game. Again, very likely more than 2 innings at least. So you've seen him go an average of about 4 in every start for him this year. Again, this is his first relief outing. As he comes set from the stretch, closed off. Kicks, fires, first time, or make that first pitch is a strike with a breaking ball at the knees on the outside corner, 0-1. This will be the first time tonight that Morrow goes out of the stretch as Hake is the first base runner allowed. Middle infielders in double play depth. That's Moore and Cooper ranging up the middle. Morrow comes set from the first base side, ahead 0-1 on Grabanski. Lipson fires. Next pitch is a breaking ball down and in, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike here with 1 away. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors on both ends here. Shadows trickling in here, maybe in playing about an inning or so, as they sit right behind the batter's circle. But the 60 feet, 6 inches between the mound and the plate, currently covered in sunshine. Check over to first base. Back in safely goes Hake. Shadows also coming in from behind the outfield wall. Center fielder and Keaton covered in shadows. Just a streak of light shining on Williams in right field. Besides that, covered in shadows as well. 1-1 pitch from Morrow on the way. Breaking ball misses upstairs, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Again, with how quick this ball game is, assuming that it continues with this pace, we may not see nightfall here tonight. Again, the sun stays up here very late in North Dakota. As Morrow comes set from the stretch. Checks over to first base. Back in safely goes Hake. It doesn't set until about 10 o'clock so far. And with the pace we're going at about 8:30, this game ends at about 9:45, 10 o'clock. We may not see the sun completely set by the conclusion of this ball game. 2-1 pitches inside. Snap throw the first by Hannigan. Tag applied, not in time. As Hake gets back in safely. A quick move by Hannigan. A pitch down and a tough pitch to back pick on as well. Threw a bullet over to first base. So advantage to Grabanski here, ahead of the count now. As Hake takes his lead from first base, he represents the go-ahead run. 3 balls, 1 strike to count here with 1 out. Morrow from the stretch, Jersey blowing in the wind. 3-1, swing and a miss, strike 2, big rip from Grabanski. Count now runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes here. On deck, going to be Jagger Harris, the DH, then Cody Vaith, the catcher. Morrow started his night with a strikeout. Could use one right here, if not a ground ball double play. He's set, first base side. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. Climb the ladder with a fastball up and in, out of the strike zone. Number 2 on the night for Morrow, as that fastball continues to dominate the Expedition League. Again, a hard-throwing right-hander, one of the hardest throwers anyone will see. SaberDogs have 2 very hard-throwing right-handers, both Morrow and Suval. So 2 away now here in the top of the 6th inning. Here comes Jagger Harris to the plate. He's 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the 2nd, walked back in the 4th. 11-7 SaberDogs versus the 6-12 Spuds. Tied at 2, top of the 6th, 2 away. First pitch, weak swing and a chopper straight back. Strike 1, no balls, 1 strike to count. Harris came into tonight with just 1 at-bat on the year. He's now 0 for 2 after striking out in the 2nd. Reached base for the first time with a walk back in the 4th inning. With 2 outs, infield playing back and about straight up. Second baseman Moore ranging a bit up the middle now. Outfield straight up as well. Morrow leads it for the side. First base side. Comes set. Head height. Kicks, fires. 0-1. Swinging a slicing drive down the right field line. Williams on his horse ranging into foul territory. It'll fly out of play into the SaberDogs bullpen for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, as there is a flurry of kids racing down in foul territory trying to get that ball. They'll get a souvenir here, as some of them are hitting in the batting cage. More importantly, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here. Morrow looking to send this to the bottom of the 6th. He leans in and out comes set quickly. Hake takes his lead from first. The 0-2 fastball just misses up and in, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and almost the entire SaberDogs defense took about 3 or 4 steps towards the first base dugout, including Morrow, the pitcher, who now takes a step off the mound, just trying to reset himself. Beer the chant here as Harris represents the beer batter. A strikeout means discounted beer. All Morrow is trying to do right now is send this to the bottom of the 6th as he comes set. Kicks, fires, the 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Morrow struts off the mound. Strikeout number 2 of the inning. 3 on the night as that sends us to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tied at 2 here at Corbett Field. You're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley SaberDogs Radio Network. Great work from Kane and Morrow as we head to the last of the 6th.
Guns and Hoses Specialty Jersey Night. The players will play in these exclusive jerseys while a silent auction will be held throughout the game. There will also be a pregame softball scrimmage between the Minot Fire Department and the Souris Valley Fraternal Order of Police. Game time for the scrimmage is at 5:15. The team will also be hosting Superstars. for some family fun entertainment. Come on out to the field to be part of the fun and watch the Sabre Dogs take on the Spearfish Sasquatch at 7:05.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a 15K camper giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today.
Bottom half of the sixth inning, tied at 2 here. Low scoring affair between these two ball clubs after we saw 13 runs back in game 1 on Monday, a 12-1 Sabre Dogs victory. It's going to be 4, 5, and 6 due up here for Souris Valley. Stephen Moretto leading off. One for one with a walk and a double. Down the left field line would be stranded in the third inning. It's the first pitch on the way, swung on and seared on the ground to short. Backhanded by Denny, picks it up, throws across to first, picked by Tellerman on the back end for out number 1. So Moretto retired to open up the frame. 4 straight batters retired now by Grosjean as he's gotten into the 6th inning. A really good outing for him so far tonight as he looks to make it back-to-back quality starts. As we mentioned, his last outing went 6 innings, allowed 3 runs. So far through 5 1/3, allowing just 2 earned runs. He'll get Dalton Bowling now with 1 away. Going from the windup, he kicks and fires. His first pitch is over the heart of the plate for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. The majority of the outs recorded by Grosjean have been on the ground since the 3rd inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ground outs. As the 0-1 pitch is down in the dirt. Gets away for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bowling tonight 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the first. Grounded out softly to short in the third. Looking to break out of an 0 for 5 skid after a very good road trip. Grosjean from the wind, his 0-1. Swinging a foul to the right side and out of play, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. He may have broken his bat on this play, and looks like he's just going to ask for some pine tar, in fact, as it looks like maybe the bat slipped out of his hand. He's going to get it from his teammate in Austin Hammerly. Reapplies the pine tar. And he'll head back to the right-hander's batter's box. Vaith and Grosjean finish their meeting at the mound as well. So Grosjean ahead with 2 strikes here on Bowling. Has gotten into a groove tonight, and his pitch count is in lovely shape if you're a Spuds fan. Through 5 1/3, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th, just 71 pitches so far. Likely could go another inning if he gets through this one unscathed. 1-2, swinging a pop-up right side, slicing out of play. Count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes here. So Bowling wearing the front shin guard here with the jorts tonight. 2 batting gloves, some royal blue wrist tape on his left wrist as well. Takes a deep breath, digs back in, adjusts the cap, taps the plate, lifts the bat right above his right shoulder once again. Grosjean turns, lifts, fires, the 1-2. Swinging a soft ground ball right side. Arnold ranges to his left, picks it up with 2 hands, tosses across to first in time for out number 2. Another soft ground ball and deuced off the bat of Grosjean. Again, to right-handers, his fastball must be running in on them, likely with some sink on it as well with the amount of GBs he's induced tonight. In the last 3 innings now, if you include the bunt from Schwabe, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 9 if you include the third. 10 if you include this entire ball game. First pitch to Williams, swung on and fouled straight back for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Low scoring, not a lot of hits either. 8 combined hits on both ends, split at 4 apiece. For the Sabre Dogs tonight, those hits courtesy of Caden Schwabe, Chase Keaton, Jordan Williams, and a single from Justin Cooper. As the pitch is on its way, swing and a miss, strike 2. Williams a bit late on the fastball. No balls, 2 strikes. Cooper's hitting the 5th. Was the first since the Moretto double in the 3rd, which has been another hit for the Sabre Dogs. So they actually have 5. As Grosjean from the first base side turns, lifts, fires the 0-2. Misses down away ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Some action in the Spuds bullpen. It looks like a right-hander starting to toss down there. No action in the Sabre Dogs bullpen. Kane and Morrow likely coming out to pitch in the top of the 7th inning. Grosjean turns, fires, low 1-2 on the way to Williams. Is a breaking ball well outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Shadows continue to creep in. Just on the crescents of the battle circle. Make that batter's circle. Also can consider it the battle circle for the hitters. As Grosjean shakes once. Now comes set in agreement. Twists and tosses the 0-2. Make that the 2-2 is swung on and laced on the ground into center field for a base hit. Williams checks in with his second hit of the night. He's now 2 for 3. So that comes with 2 outs. Breaks up the string of 5 consecutive batters retired. So that brings up Ethan Moore, a hot hitter to the plate here, and a guy that could give the Sabre Dogs a chance to bring this lead back. 0 for 2, popped out to short, ground out to third in the 4th inning as well. With 2 outs, just looking to start a rally here late. Colin Hannigan, the catcher, on deck. Williams takes his lead from first base. He has good speed. Grosjean leans in, comes set from the first base side. Lifts, fires his first pitch. Is a breaking ball fouled off the foot. Rolls back to the pitcher's mound. Will be a foul ball. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike here. Wind now blowing in, right to left, instead of the direction it was blowing in earlier, out towards left center field. So it'll be tougher for right-handed hitters now, and the outfielders as well, as it will drift more towards left field. As Grosjean leans it for the side, ahead of Moore, 0-1 with 2 away. Tied at 2, bottom of the 6th inning. He kicks and fires, pitch on the way, swinging a line, drive center field. That's through for a base hit. Williams will scamper into second base. Back-to-back base hits for the Sabre Dogs, both on a line, right back up the box. Moore checks in with his first hit of the night, 4th of the series. He's now 4 for 7. First and second with 2 away here, as that brings up Colin Hannigan to the plate. Great spot for the Sabre Dogs to take the lead right here, as we're going to see a mound visit now here. Again, likely just going to talk to Grosjean right here. That's assistant coach Dalen Dobish. And for Grosjean, had gotten into such a groove. He's given up back-to-back hard-hit ground balls up the middle of the infield. Again, timing's on for the Sabre Dogs. They're squaring it up. And now you're bringing up a guy in Colin Hannigan to the plate who squared up a ball out of the hand of Grosjean back in the 2nd inning, lining hard out to left field. Hannigan currently having a conversation with Alex Miklos, parallel to the third base line in foul territory. Reminiscent of the conversation he had back on Sunday in the 10th inning, top of the 10th inning with 2 outs, 1st and 2nd, tied at 7 apiece. He had a meeting with Alex Miklos and then promptly banged a triple, a 2-run triple off the base of the wall in deep left center field to give the Sabre Dogs the lead. Ironically enough, up with runners on 1st and 2nd with 2 outs, a tie game as well here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Alex Miklos and the rest of the Sabre Dogs ball club and fans here at Corbett Field would love a line drive into the gap right now. Good speed on the base path, so you have Williams at second base, Ethan Moore at first. They will be going on contact with 2 away. Justin Cooper, the 9-hole hitter, on deck. Grosjean leans in from the first base side, comes set, head height. Lifts and fires. First pitch on the way is a breaking ball that slides over the inner edge for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Hannigan came into tonight with 6 RBIs, the last 2 coming on that 2-run triple that we alluded to from last Sunday. Runners take their leads. 2-2 ball game, bottom of the 6th inning. 0-1, swinging a line drive left field. Grant ranging in. He's going to make the catch at the head height, as that will retire the side. Hannigan hit another ball hard on the line to Grant, but unfortunately, once again, right at him. Sabre Dogs strand runners at 1st and 2nd with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. We're heading to the top of the 7th. Back third of this ball game coming up. Pitchers duel here in Minot. 2-2 as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
Join us at Corbett Field to watch your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs play the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks. It's this Wednesday, and you know what that means. Boneless wings at the stadium, buffalo barbecue. Either way, come on over to the field to be a part of the fun. Tickets on sale now. You won't want to miss it. The game starts at 7:05.
Top half of the 7th inning. Welcome back to Corbett Field. 2-2 your score. Game 2 of this 3-game set between the Spuds and the Sabre Dogs. What a good bounce-back outing for Kanan Morrow so far. And as we mentioned, coming into this game, his last outing was against the Big Sticks last week. Allowed 6 earned runs in 4 innings, a season high for him. He's really bounced back here tonight. Has allowed no hits, just 1 base runner on the hit by pitch to Carson Jake. But besides that, has struck out 3 batters through 2 scoreless innings, including back-to-back strikeouts to conclude the 6th. Here's Cody Vaith, the catcher, and 9-0 hitter to lead it off. First pitch is a breaking ball, chopped foul straight back. Strike 1, 0-1 the count. 9-1-2 due up here for the Spuds in this top half of the 7th inning. Again, really flying through this one. And I better be careful when I say that. Last time I said it, we ended up having a 10-9 win in 10 innings for the Sunfish last Sundays. The next pitch is a sweeping breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And that's the beauty of baseball right there. You can just never predict what's going to happen. 1 second, you're flying an hour and a half through 6 innings, and then you have 2 hours through the last 3 innings combined. As the next pitch is on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Blocked by Hannigan, plucks it up, finds the lane, and throws to first. That is in time for out number 1. 3 consecutive strikeouts from Morrow, 4 on the night. That is a fantastic opening to the top of the 7th inning. Looks like he's using that breaking ball a lot more now in his 3rd inning of work. Again, buried it in the dirt right there, got Vaith to chase. His strikeout pitch earlier on was that fastball up and out of the strike zone, including his first batter he faced to Noah Denny, also to Joey Grombanski. Mixing it up a little bit here as he's facing now the top of the order in Cole Arnold. First pitch is a breaking ball down in the dirt and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Arnold 1 for 3 tonight, a double, a ground to second. Also lined out to the shortstop in Cooper back in the 4th inning. Infield straight up, outfield as well. Wind continues to blow in right to left. As Morrow turns, kicks, and fires, low 1-0. Fastball misses down, low ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. So 40th pitch of the inning, or make that the outing for Morrow, will be coming up here to Arnold on a 2-0 count. Here it is as he fires the 2-0. Misses down, low ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. No action in the Sabre Dogs bullpen. No action in the Spuds bullpen. We saw a righty up earlier. It's looked as if he sat down. We'll see if the Spuds bring out Grosjean for his 7th inning of work. Was able to get through a scoreless 6th. So the next pitch is a fastball to the knees, strike 1. 3-1. Looked to be in some trouble after giving up back-to-back singles with 2 outs, but was able to get out of the jam after inducing a lineup to left off the bat of Cole and Hannigan. But again, 3 straight batters making solid contact off him. It may be a sign of fatigue. 3-1 on the way. He's a fastball down and in, 4 ball 4. First walk of the night allowed by Morrow. That's a 1-out base runner. So that puts the top of the order man and Cole Arnold on at first base. That brings up Noah Denny to the plate. Denny 0 for 2, walked in the first, grounded out to short, and struck out swinging back in the 5th inning. That was the first strikeout victim from Morrow of the night, the first batter he faced, in fact. Middle infield and double play depth right now. Cooper and Moore up the middle. First pitch on the way is a strike over the middle of the plate. No balls, 1 strike to count. The thing that you got to be really impressed with Morrow is here late, and he did it multiple times in college this year, but his ability to go deep into ball games and stay with it. Again, besides that last outing, as there's a check over to first base, back in safely goes Arnold. Besides that last outing, Dickinson has done a good job getting through 4 innings. Again, he's had his ups and downs, but like many Sabre Dogs on this pitching staff, in pressure spots has been able to wiggle out of it, which says a lot about his ability to pitch in high-pressure spots. The next pitch is a strike on the inside corner. 0-2 the count, and obviously closing out games for Paris Junior College, you're constantly in high leverage situations. Saw a lot of that with Dalton LeBlanc early on, another Paris Junior product. His first 2 outings, or I should say his second outing in Casper, really struggled with his command. And limited the damage to 2 runs through 4. So the 0-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3, another strikeout for Morrow. Number 5 on the night. The last 4 batters he's retired have struck out, swinging 2 away here in the top of the 7th inning, and he went back to that high fastball. So we're going to see a conversation between head coach for the Spuds, Sean Walsh, and the home plate umpire right now. Don't know what he's talking about right now as he gestured towards the pitcher's mound. He'll head back to the third base dugout. If we get any more information on what that was about, we'll let you know. 2-away now. That brings up Luke Danielwicks to the plate. He's 0 for 3 with an RBI that came in the first inning. 2-away now. Runner on first. That's Arnold after the walk. First pitch is a breaking ball on the inside corner. Good front door pitch for strike 1. 0-1. But back to Dalton LeBlanc. We talked about in his outing against Casper. Walked 6 batters, but still got through 4 innings of 2-run ball, which allowed the SaberDogs to hold on and win 7-3. We've seen a lot of that with Morrow. As the 0-1 is a fastball at the knees, strike 2, 0-2. And plenty of other SaberDogs pitchers on this staff. And again, a lot of them just shaking off some rust. Again, the command struggles are always going to be a problem early on. And then they are able to get through those tough situations, which give a lot of momentum to the offensive side when they head back, and also show a lot of poise. Morrow's 0-2 on the way. Fastball misses upstairs, went back up there again. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Morrow pitching with a lot of confidence tonight. We saw him strut off the mound. Back after a big strikeout earlier in the ball game to end the 6th. Looking to end the 7th the same way. His 1-2 on the way. Swinging a bounding ball to third, down the line and foul. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes with that front door breaking ball. We saw that one a lot back in Morrow's first outing of the year. Again, that was against Wheat City in a 19-8 victory on May 27th. Was living on the inner edge with that breaking ball, starting it at the front hip of right-handed hitters and watching it slice the inner edge as it ran back onto the plate. Tried that again right there, but the right-handed hitting Danielwicks was able to spoil it foul. Arnold takes his lead from first. Morrow looks in, comes set again. 50th pitch of the night coming up for him. His 1-2, runner goes, swinging a line, drive out to right field. Williams, a late jump, will now race back. Will camp underneath it to make the catch, twisting towards the right field line and right field track as he makes the catch to retire the side. Another scoreless inning for Morrow, 3 consecutive on the night, as that sends us to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Stretch time here at Corbett Field. SaberDogs looking for some runs, tied at 2 apiece as they'll send up Cooper, Schwabe, and Keaton 9-1-2 when we come back. You're listening to Souris Valley SaberDogs Baseball live on the SaberDogs Radio Network.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
This is Declan Buckle, shortstop for the Souris Valley SaberDogs, with a message to you from Four Bears Casino. Four Bears is excited to welcome you aboard as they have plenty of fun events planned for the summer, including Dwight Yoakam on June 19th. They're now open 7 days a week and are giving away a brand new Ford truck and camper on July 3rd. Not only that, but their water park opens June 15th, and you can take a cruise.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th inning. 2-2 ball game. Pitcher's delight tonight. And if you are a fan of pitching, this is your ball game. The combination of Wallington and Morrow have limited the Spuds to 2 runs, and Gary Grosjean all by himself has limited the best offense in the Expedition League to 2 runs of his own. Here's Justin Cooper to lead it off. He's out for his 7th inning of work, talking about Grosjean. First pitch is on the inside corner, strike one, 0-1. And Grosjean's really been the story tonight for the Spuds. If he records not here, he will meet his high for innings pitched this season. That was 6 in his last outing against the Tommyknockers. So the next pitch misses inside, ball one. 1-1 strike. And again, is in line for a quality start, assuming he doesn't give up more than one more run. Allowed 3 runs through 6 against the Tommyknockers back in his last outing. So the 1-1 to Cooper is outside ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. We're seeing someone start to stretch down there in the bullpen. No one up and throwing, however, for the Spuds. Meanwhile, in the Sabre Dogs pen, looks like a right-hander is starting to toss down there. So the 2-1 is on its way. Breaking ball misses outside ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now, something to keep an eye on here for Grosjean is the fact that he gave up 3 consecutive hard-hit, barreled-up balls to conclude the 6th. 2 singles to Williams and Moore, respectively, then a line out to left from Hannigan. So the 3-1 misses down away, 4 ball 4. So a walk to Cooper, second time he's reached tonight. It's also going to be the first walk allowed by Grosjean this evening, as that's going to bring up Sean Walsh. It doesn't look like he's going to go to a mound, just gets the sunglasses back from his catcher and Vase. Thought it may have been a mound visit, but he'll retreat back to the third base dugout. So here comes the top of the order. 4th time Grosjean will face the order here, particularly Caden Schwabe, who's 1 for 2 tonight. Single in the first, line out to the pitcher in the second, and bunted over Cooper to second base in the 5th. Has Cooper at first right now. Third baseman Hake drawn in front of the bag at third, in on the infield grass. As Schwabe shows bunt again, pulls back. Outside ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So 88 pitches now here for Grosjean. This is likely going to be his last inning of work here. But you really got to tip your cap to him tonight. And that is huge, given the fact that the Spuds pitching staff allowed double-digit runs to the Sabre Dogs back on Monday. Grosjean makes a move over to first base. Cooper back in with the dive. So Schwabe looking for his first hit since the first inning and to string something along here with nobody out. Again, the Sabre Dogs have had a couple of rallies, but they've come with multiple outs in the inning, making it hard to really string something along. 1-0 the count. Pitch in the way is just a bit outside and low, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes the count now. Hitters count on Schwabe. 90th pitch of the ball game coming up for Grosjean. Shortstop and Denny ranging up the middle. Second baseman and Arnold hugging the 4-hole right now, so a big gap between third and short and second. 2-0, there goes Cooper. Pitch is swung on and slapped down the left field line, slicing foul. Strike 1. And Cooper, who was on the run and runs very well, would have likely scored if that stayed fair. A hit and run likely on right there from Alex Miklos. And again, Cooper got a good jump. Schwabe got a pitch outside, tried to slap it down that left field line, was a little bit late. So count even at 1 now here on Schwabe, as Cooper will head back to first base. We'll have to start over. Still nobody out, tied at 2 apiece. Bottom of the 7th inning. Very, very quick pace to this ball game tonight. Grosjean from the stretch. Schwabe now showing bunt again. He now pulls back and takes a strike. No, it's a ball. Make that on the outside corner. Just a bit off. Very close spot from Grosjean. 3 balls, 1 strike to count now here on Schwabe. So hitters count for him. Cooper takes his lead from first base. Grosjean from the stretch again. Pitch on the way is down low, 4 ball 4. So back-to-back walks to open up the inning for the Sabre Dogs. First and second, nobody out. And here comes the ever so daunting middle of the lineup for the Sabre Dogs. Chase Keaton coming to the plate. Bo Brewer on deck. And we're going to see another meeting at the mound now here for the Spuds. It's going to be assistant coach Dalen Dobish out for the second time tonight. And again, the Spuds will have 2 meetings if they want to in this inning. We'll see if they keep Grosjean in this ballgame. It looks like they will. Again, a tough task after back-to-back walks, 93 pitches through 6 innings so far. You get tough hitters in Keaton and Brewer. Moretto looming in the hole as well. You have more than good speed on the base paths in Cooper and Schwabe. Even with the jorts on, they likely will score from a ball into the gap. And we'll be righty on right. Keaton tonight so far, 1 for 3, a single, a strikeout looking at a pop out to short. Came in tonight with 9 RBIs on the year. That single in the first inning was a hard line drive right back up the box. Looking for some more of that right here. Keaton, a late addition into the lineup tonight. As the third baseman, Hale, will play in front of the third base bag. Now ready for the bunt at a 45-degree angle. The reason for that is so he could see Cooper at second base just in case the Sabre Dogs pull off a double steal, but also is ready for a potential bunt play. Again, instead of squared up towards the plate, he's at a 45-degree angle, almost basically facing his first baseman in Tollerman. Keaton will show bunt quite early here, as the first pitch is a strike at the outside corner. Keaton pulls back. No balls, 1 strike. So Miklos will go through some more signs here between Cooper at second, Schwabe at first, and Keaton at the plate here. Keaton digs back in, taps the plate. Corner's drawn well in, middle back. Keaton shows bunt early. Grosjean from the stretch. Lifts and fires. The 0-1 is taken, pulled back, and taken outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count now here on Keaton. So we'll see if the bunt is still on and in play here. First baseman in Tollerman right in the face of Keaton right now, as he's ready to get that force at third base if Keaton bunts it that way. Keaton likely trying to get to the third base side as he pulls back and takes outside ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Looked like almost a slash play right there where they show bunt early, get the infielders to draw in, then pull back and potentially swing. We saw a Sunfish player do it earlier back in the last series last weekend. I don't know if that was quite what was on with Keaton right there. May have just pulled back early. Cooper at second, Schwabe at first, tied at 2, bottom of the 7th. 2-1 pitch on the way is a breaking ball, just a bit down the way. Ball 3, really good spot from Grosjean right there. That will be ball 3, 3-1 the count. Hitters count for Keaton right now. Looking for something over at the heart of the plate to drive. Tied at 2, bottom of the 7th inning. Big pitch coming up right here. Grosjean from the stretch. 3-1 on the way is a fastball for a strike at the knees. Count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So back-to-back walks for Grosjean. Does not want to put Keaton on for Bo Brewer on deck. So he's probably going to get a good pitch to hit right here, you'd imagine. As there go the runners, the 3-2, swinging a ground ball left side, past a diving third baseman Hake, off the glove of the shortstop Denny. It rolls down the left field line. Cooper will score. Into third goes Schwabe. Into second with a go-ahead RBI double is Chase Keaton, and the SaberDogs take a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And I'll tell you, that ball had eyes on it, rolling softly to the third baseman Hake. He dove for it, could not get it. Then the shortstop Denny made a diving effort of his own to the backhanded side, went off his glove and trickled softly into shallow left field towards the left field line. Cooper, who was on the run, scored from second easily. Schwabe sprinted into third, and Keaton's in with a double and an RBI. Number 10 on the season, as here comes Sean Walsh out to the pitcher's mound to take the ball from his right-hander in Grosjean, who was fantastic tonight through 7 innings. Allowed 3 earned runs, but he will be responsible for Schwabe at third base and Keaton at second. A right-hander coming in for Canyon County here against the dangerous Bo Brewer coming up. SaberDogs, a splendid opportunity to break this game wide open. They currently lead 3-2, have runners at second and third with nobody out. Stay tuned. We'll tell you all you need to know about the new pitcher coming in when we come back. Second and third, nobody out. The Expedition League leading hitter and Bo Brewer due up. Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 run and counting for Souris Valley here as they lead it 3-2. New arm on the mound here for the Spuds. Right-hander Noah Stevens. This will be his 7th outing of the year, has an 8.25 ERA through 12 innings of work, 13 strikeouts to 10 walks. Tremendous spot to open up the floodgates here. Infield drawn in, runners at second and third. That's Schwabe at third, Keaton at second. Bo Brewer at the plate. The first pitch flips over for strike one. 0-1 the count. Now Brewer, of course, just trying to drive in a run right here. Again, hitting .532 coming into this game. Currently 0 for 3 tonight with 3 groundouts. Again, Grosjean will be responsible for Keaton at second and Schwabe at third. The 0-1 is on the outside corner, strike 2. 0-2 the count. So Brewer, who doesn't strike out a lot, is going to have to put the ball in play at the very least here to give the Sabre Dogs a chance, of course. With the infield drawn in, range is cut down. So still a good chance to sneak one through the infield. Fly ball should score Schwabe of any depth. The 0-2 on the way. Breaking ball in the dirt, smothered by the catcher and Vaith. Ball 1, 1-2 strikes. A check to second. They will say he did not go. So 1-2 strikes will be the count. And an ever so challenging situation for Noah Stevens to inherit right here. Again, 1-run deficit. You're in a close ball game. You've limited the Sabre Dogs, the highest scoring offense, to just 3 runs. And now they're threatening with runners at second and third with nobody out. 1-2 on the way, swinging a soft chopper down the third base side and foul. Count remains at 1-2 strikes. Stevens leans in. First base side, glove tucked into his chest. Brewer digs back in. 1-2. Breaking ball line to right field. Has some sink. It's going to get down for a base hit as Grambansky has to play it on a hop. Coming around to score is Schwabe to throw in his spike. Brewer heading for second. The relay from the first baseman Tollermans in time to retire Brewer for out number 1. But meanwhile, a base hit for Bo Brewer and an RBI. He extends his hit streak now to 19 games. He's picking up a hit in each of the 19 games to open up the year. RBI number 28 as well on the campaign. He leads the team in that category, and most notably, a 4-2 Sabre Dogs lead as that brings up Steven Moretto to the plate. Moretto having a good night in his debut, 1 for 2, a double and a ground to short. Keaton now at third base after advancing on the single. Infield, corner infielders drawn in, middle infield halfway. First pitch on the way is a breaking ball down the way, ball 1. 1 no strikes. So 4-2 Sabre Dogs now with 1 away. Stevens still has an opportunity to limit the damage to 2. Again, the Spuds well into this ball game, as they'll still have 6 outs to work with in the top of the 8th and 9th innings. 1-0 on the way, swing and a foul for strike 1. I think maybe it tipped off the catcher Vaith or was dropped. Either way, strike 1. 1-1 strike the count. On deck after Moretto will be Dalton Bowling, then Jordan Williams. As Stevens leads it for the side to his catcher and Vaith. Wind still blowing in from right to left here. Moretto lifts the bat above his right shoulder and awaits. The 1-1, swinging a high fly ball out to right center field. Daniel Wicks ranging to his left. Grambansky to his right. It's Daniel Wicks who makes the sliding catch in the gap. Tagging from third base and coming around to score is Chase Keaton. Now they give the Sabre Dogs a 5-2 lead. RBI number 1 on the season and career as a Sabre Dog for Steven Moretto. 3-1 advantage for Souris Valley, but quite a play by Daniel Wicks in right center field. A line drive that split the gap. Both him and Grambansky, the right fielder, were ranging in towards that gap, almost collided together. And Daniel Wicks made a nice sliding athletic grab to rob Moretto of an extra base hit. Run still scores, 5-2. 2 away now, bottom of the 7th inning, 3 runs in. Here comes Dalton Bowling, who's 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch on the way from Stevens is a fastball that's spiked in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Stevens leans in, glove tucked into his chest, now comes set. Kicks, fires, the 1-0 on the way. Breaking ball at the knees on the outside corner. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Due up for the Spuds in what will be the top of the 8th inning will be 4, 5, and 6, middle of their order, Tollerman, Grant, and Haig. As they look to inch back into this ball game after losing their lead. Again, 2 of those 3 runs scored in this inning are charged to Grosjean. So the 1-1 is on its way in the dirt, spiked, blocked by the catcher Vaith. Ball 2, 2-1. So you can officially close the book on him. Went 6 innings, allowed 4 runs, so he won't get the quality start, which is really a shame because he was fantastic this evening. Kept the Spuds in this ball game, and again, they still are in this game, but of course it's going to get more difficult trailing by 3. 2-1 the count on Bowling. Pitch on the way, swinging a chopper off the plate and foul straight back. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. So Stevens will circle the rubber, dig his right foot in now, and lean in for the sign. Bowling steps into the right-hander's batter's box as Stevens stares in and out comes Set, stands up straight on 2 feet. Lifts and delivers the 2-2, breaking ball buried in the dirt, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bowling having a tough start to this series, looking to wipe that out with a big hit to potentially start another rally right here. Tall, right-handed, designated hitter tonight, steps back in. Stevens from the stretch, kicks, fires, payoff pitch in the way, fastball on the outside corner for strike 3, is that will retire the side. A late call from the home plate umpires. Bowling had already taken 4 or 5 steps towards first base. Strikeout number 1 of the night for Stevens, but the Sabre Dogs send 6 men to the plate, bring around 3 runs to score on 2 hits. No runners left on. We head to the top half of the 8th. Your score, the Sabre Dogs 5, the Spuds 2, as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
Down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a 10K golf cart giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home in a brand new golf cart courtesy of OK Automotive. Register in store today.
Hey Sabre Dogs, the team has teamed up with Circle Sanitation to bring the fans a Minot Mallards throwback jersey night. The Sabre Dogs will play in these exclusive jerseys while a silent auction will be held throughout the game. The proceeds will go to the Cheering for Chance fundraiser. The team starts at 7:05 and the Dogs will be playing against the Badland Big Sticks.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a 10K golf cart giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home in a brand new golf cart courtesy of OK Automotive. Register in store today.
Hey Sabre Dogs, the team has teamed up with Circle Sanitation to bring the fans a Minot Mallards throwback jersey night. The Sabre Dogs will play in these exclusive jerseys while a silent auction will be held throughout the game. The proceeds will go to the Cheering for Chance fundraiser. The team starts at 7:05 and the Dogs will be playing against the Badland Big Sticks.
Welcome back to Corbett Field, top half of the 8th inning. 5-2 Sabre Dogs, your score after 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning after a couple of big hits. Kanan Morrow out now for inning number 4 of work, has been splendid this evening. 3 scoreless innings, has struck out 5 batters along the way. In each of his first 3 outings, all of them starts, he reached exactly 4 innings pitched, looking to reach that mark tonight as well. Zach Tottelman to lead it off. First pitch is up and in, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Tottelman 0 for 2 tonight, walked in the 3rd, ground into a 5-4 fielder's choice in the 1st, and lined out to Cooper at short in the 5th. Morrow turns, lifts, fires. Low 1-0. Breaking ball misses down, away ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Cam Grant on deck. Then it'll be Carson Hake. 4, 5, and 6 due up here as the Spuds look to inch closer into this one. Next pitch is a strike at the knees on the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike to count now. Morrow working quickly and confidently. Twists, lifts, fires, 2-1. Fastball just misses a bit outside, maybe a little low as well. 3 balls, 1 strike. Tolliman out of Cuesta College, having a great year so far. Statistically, one of the best bats in this Spuds lineup. So the 3-1 is on its way. It's a fastball at the knees, strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes as Tolliman tossed the bat towards the third base dugout. I think it was ball 4. Deja vu as we saw Dalton Bowling after his strikeout looking to end the bottom of the 7th inning do the exact same thing. Again, a little bit of a later call from the home plate umpire here tonight has thrown off a couple of the bats here this evening as Morrow turns and tosses. The payoff pitch on the way is down low, ball 4, so a walk to Tollerman. He'll take first base with nobody out. A leadoff walk allowed. Second walk surrendered by Morrow in this ball game. So that brings up Cam Grant. So just the start that Sean Walsh was looking for. Again, now a bloop and a blast away from potentially tying this ball game up. So Morrow now going from the stretch for the second consecutive inning. Outfield straight up, middle infielders in double play depth. Saw a lot of double play balls last night. Not any tonight, at least on the Sabre Dogs end. As the first pitch is a fastball up and in, ball 1. 1-0 strike. Saw 3 yesterday, which was a season high. Almost 4. We've seen a couple of close ones, particularly back in that first inning on a 6-4 fielder's choice and a 5-4 fielder's choice. That both could have been double play balls, of course. Morrow from the stretch, first base side. Kicks, fires, 1-0. Breaking ball misses up and in, close to the head of Grant as he backs out of the way. 2 balls, no strikes. So Morrow's struggling with his command now here out in his 4th inning of work. No action for the Sabre Dogs in the pen currently. For the Spuds, it's looked like there's been various action every once in a while. But no one's gotten up to toss urgently besides, of course, Stevens, who came into the game last inning. Next pitch is up and in near the head again of Grant as it's ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes now. So Morrow looking to get back into this inning here. 58 pitches so far here through 3 innings of work. Tollerman at first base. If Grant can reach, the tying run will be on deck in Carson Hake. Morrow from the first base side. The rubber comes set from the stretch. 3-0 delivery is a fastball over the middle of the plate for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike here. Game 2 of this 3-game set. Sabre Dogs looking to take the series here tonight. Took game 1, a convincing win. 9th time of the year that they scored 10 or more runs. A much tighter ball game tonight. You got to give the Spuds a lot of credit, able to bounce back after what was such a tough ball game on Monday, as they still look to stay in this one. Again, down by 3. 3-1 the count here on Grant as he digs back in, looking for his first hit of the night. Reached once on a walk. Morrow's 3-1 is a fastball swung on and popped foul to the right side and out of play. Strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Just a smidge of light left on the field now, shining in left center on the track and the base of the wall. Besides that, it's glistening off the tops of the trees beyond the horizon as the sun continues to set here, just about 9:16 local time here in Minot. Morrow from the stretch. Payoff pitch on the way is just a smidge inside, ball 4. You know Morrow wanted it as he hops up and down quite quickly. Will take a long walk off the bottom of the mound right here. Back-to-back walks allowed by Morrow. First and second, nobody out. And here comes the tying run to the plate in Carson Hake. But before that, Benton Schweinfurth will walk out to the pitcher's mound to have a conversation with his right-hander. Again, looks like some pitchers stretching down the right field line in the Sabre Dogs bullpen, but nothing urgent so far. Again, this conversation from Schweinfurth as he takes a long walk out might be to buy some time for those pitchers, but also calm his right-hander down in Morrow. Again, who had been so fantastic through his first 3 innings of work, now has walked back-to-back batters, has walked 3 batters in total on the night. As Hake looks to put a dent into the scoreboard right now and get the Spuds right back into this ball game. He's 0 for 2 tonight, a strikeout, a line to third. That came up with runners at second and third. Again, a impressive play by Moretto to save a couple of runs and prevent the Spuds from taking the lead. And then a hit by pitch back in the 6th inning. That was also against Morrow. So this will be the second time that Morrow will see him tonight here. He digs his right foot back in, leans it for the sign. Hake staring at the barrel of his bat, 1 foot in the box, the other out. As he now slowly climbs back fully in, taps the plate, carries the bat above his right shoulder, signaling he's ready. Morrow comes set, signaling he's ready. First and second, nobody out, tying run at the plate. First pitch is down and away, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. On deck, going to be Joey Grabanski, who hit the home run back in that second inning. He's flashed some pop already. He's got to be careful with him. Looks like Jackson Kirkpatrick is currently walking back from the bullpen now. Maybe another arm that could potentially come in, if not in this inning, next inning. So the 1-0 is a fastball, perfect spot on the outside corner, strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carson Hake coming back to a familiar state from North Dakota State University, where he goes to school, where Caden Schwabe will transfer to next year, along with Caden Schwabe's brother Kalen as well. So the 1-1 is swung on a line to center. Keaton takes a couple steps to his right as he has it played perfectly. He camps underneath it to make the catch for out number 1. So a big out for Morrow. A fly out to center as that forces Grant to retreat back to first, Tollerman to second. Here comes Joey Grabanski to the plate again, a guy that, as we mentioned, Morrow will have to be careful with. The SaberDogs have done a good job, talking about Wallington and Morrow, of keeping him quiet since the long ball, as Grabanski has struck out swinging in his last 2 plate appearances back in the 4th and 6th. Morrow leans it for the side, first base side, righty on right. 5-2 SaberDogs, top of the 8th. First pitch on the way with 1 away is up and in with a breaking ball, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So it looks like that breaking ball command is faltered just a little bit in this inning. It's backing up on him a bit. It was so good back in the previous inning. Again, used that a lot to pick up his last couple of strikeouts. As he kicks and fires, the 1-0 is a swing and a miss. A weak swing, maybe a splitter right there up in the zone from Morrow. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike is Grabanski. I shouldn't have used weak there. He was just out in front, took a big rip on it as he stumbled out of the right-hander's batter's box after that hack. Grabanski, a lot of pop from the right side. Open stance, swinging a silver-billed bat tonight. So the 1-1 is a fastball pinpointed on the outside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Middle infielders ranging up the middle in double play depth once again. Outfielders straight up, your arms left to right. Schwabe, Keaton, and Williams. Schwabe has 2 outfield assists this year. Morrow from the stretch, ahead 1-2. Kicks, fires, pitch on the way. Fastball in the dirt, picked by Hannigan. Good stop from him. Count now remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fans getting into it here at Corbett Field. Big moment at this game as the Spuds are not going down without a fight, inching closer and closer back into this ball game. Count even at 2, 1 away. Morrow from the stretch. 2-2. Swinging a pop-up, foul territory. Hannigan to catcher raging towards the third base dugout. He will watch it fly out of the play onto the roof of the home plate grandstand as he makes the catch on the fallback. Does not count, unfortunately. Count remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. If it did, that would be a big out number 2, but we'll have to wait for that as Morrow will have to throw at least 1 more pitch to Grabanski. Meanwhile, for the Spuds, looking to keep this line moving as Jagger Harris, the DH, looms on deck. Morrow stands straight up, comes set in front of the face. The 2-2 again. Breaking ball misses just a bit up and in. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes now as the count runs full. 2 walks in this frame from Morrow. 3 on the night. Also has picked up 5 strikeouts. Looking for the ladder as he comes set. Here's the 3-2 on the way. Swing and a foul straight back. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Quite a 1v1 battle here between Grabanski and Morrow. Again, Grabanski represents the tying run. Power against power. We know the hard fastball that Morrow has, and we just saw the ball about 2 hours ago that Grabanski smacked out of here over the left center field wall. Solomon takes his lead from second. Grant from first. Both reached on walks. The 3-2 pitch one more time. Swinging a pop-up right side. Williams ranging to his left into foul territory. He'll watch it fly on the track as he bangs into the wall. It'll be another foul ball as the count remains full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. A good effort from the right fielder and Williams, sprinting as hard as he could into foul territory down the right field line. Unfortunately, could not come up with it. So Grabanski will have to reset right here. Same story for Morrow. Shrugs his shoulders as he takes a deep breath. Ball in his right hand, glove tucked into his front shoulder here as he leans into Hannigan for the sign. Ball dangling in his right hand right now. Fans clapping in unison. Big spot here at Corbett. The payoff pitch again. Fastball down and away. Gets away from the catcher. Hannigan racing for third is Tollerman. Wide turn around third. He'll hold there. A walk for Grambansky on what has been a tremendous at-bat. Got to tip your cap to him. Third walk of the frame allowed from Morrow. Fourth of the night is that will load the bases with one away. The tying run now at first base and Grambansky, as we're going to see a pinch runner for Grambansky. Looks like it's going to be Ross pinch running for Grambansky at first base. It'll be Kane Ross. Likely will take over in right field in the next inning. It looks like it's going to be Mark Taylor. Going to be pinch hitting for Jagger Harris right here. So how about this for Harris? Coming off the bench in the biggest spot of this series right here for the Spuds. He represents the go-ahead run, the tying run out at first base, and the pinch runner in Kane Ross. Again, Ross will likely remain in the game in right field as he's an outfielder as well. Mark Taylor, excuse me. Mark Taylor will be coming into the game to pinch hit for Jagger Harris representing the go-ahead run. Double play certainly in order. Force it all backs. Morrow from the windup. First pitch on the way is a breaking ball up and in. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Big spot here. Spuds finally have been able to get to Morrow, who's now at 74 pitches. As Taylor digs back in, the 1-0 is a fastball over the middle third of the plate at the knees, strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. And we know the confidence that Morrow pitches with. If he can get out of this inning with the lead, you know he's storming off that mound with a ton of energy. He's set, first base side, twists, delivers, low on 1. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Morrow a strike away from an incredibly important out. Ross at first, Grant at second, Tollerman at first. Go ahead run at the plate, tying run at first. 1-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. Not a bigger strikeout of the season for Kane and Morrow, as that is a huge out number 2. Strikeout number 6 in the night. All have been swinging, and he is an out away from getting out of this bases loaded at 1.1 out jam. The man standing in his way, catcher Cody Vaith. He's 1 for 3, a single and 2 Ks. First pitch, swing to ground ball, softly hit right side. Diving stop by Moore. He can't pick it up cleanly. Coming around to score is Tollerman. That'll be an infield RBI single for Cody Vaith. As that cuts the deficit to 2 now. It's 5-3 Souris Valley. Second hit of the evening for Vaith, RBI number 10 of the year. He's now picked up 5 RBIs in his last 2 games. As the bases stay loaded for the top of the order, and a tough break from Morrow. Induced a soft ground ball off the end of the bat. Moore was ranging up the middle, had to sprint to his left. The fact that he kept this ball in front of him is mighty important because it likely would have allowed Grant to score from second base. He's now at third. Ross at second. Vaith at first. Tying run in scoring position. Top of the order and Arnold at the plate. From the windup, first pitch is a breaking ball outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Arnold 1 for 3 tonight. A double, a ground out, a line out, and a walk. Infield back, force it all backs once again. Outfield straight up. Morrow turns, kicks, fires. Low 1-0. Fastball misses down low and in. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to count, and yet no action in the Sabre Dogs bullpen. This will be Kane and Morrow's inning to finish as of right now. Go ahead run at first base. Tying run at second. That's the pinch runner in Kane Ross. The 2-0 from Morrow on the way is a fastball up and away. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes, and he's going to have to attack the zone right here. Nowhere to put Arnold. A walk would force in a run. That is Cam Grant 90 feet away at third base. 5-3 Sabre Dogs lead top of the 8th. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 3-0 on the way is a fastball down low, ball 4. A bases loaded walk to Arnold, his second in as many plate appearances. That is the 4th walk allowed in this frame from Morrow, as that forces in Grant to score from third base. And we got a ball game, folks. 5-4 Souris Valley now here in the top of the 8th inning. As that'll bring up Noah Denny, the 8th batter to come to the plate in this frame. The tying run now 90 feet away. That's Kane Ross. The go-ahead run in scoring position. That's Cody Vaith. Bases loaded. Morrow turns, kicks, tosses. The pitch in the way is a fastball up and away. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Hannigan hesitated right there, wanted that call. Alex Miklos currently yelling at the home plate umpire, wants that pitch. The home plate umpire signaled that it was a bit high. Miklos not happy. Again, a very close spot in a pressure situation here. Needs as many pitches as they can get, talking about Souris Valley. So the 1-0 is up and in. Ball two. 2 balls, no strikes now here on Denny. Denny has walked once. He's 0 for 3. In his other 3 plate appearances, in fact, the latter 3, has struck out swinging twice in a row. 1, make that both courtesy of Morrow. Here's the 2-0 on the way. Fastball misses upstairs. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes here. And again, the tying run 90 feet away. Morrow not looking in to walk in the tying run. 2 runs already in this frame for the Spuds. 5-4 Souris Valley. 87th pitch of the inning coming up for Morrow as we are starting to see a right-hander warm up in Souris Valley's pen. Morrow turns, kicks, fires. The 3-0 is a fastball on the outside corner. Strike 1. 3-1. Good spot from Morrow on that pitch. With 2 outs, all the runners will be going on contact. Ball into the gap. Definitely scores 2, if not 3. Morrow looking to keep a 1-run lead. Spuds looking for the lead. The 3-1. Fastball at the knees. A strike. Count now runs full at 3-2. And again, Denny was walking towards first base thinking it was ball 4. There's that delayed late call again. It's the 3rd time we've seen that in the last 2 innings. So the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. The runners will be going on the pitch. Arnold at first, Faith at second, Ross at third. 1-run lead for the Sabre Dogs here in the top of the 8th. Fans rising to their feet, standing behind Morrow, looking to keep this a 5-4 lead. He now steps off as Hannigan gives him a sign. Hannigan telling Morrow to go from the stretch as the runners will be going. Morrow leans in. He's set from the first base side. Runners go. The payoff pitch just a bit inside and low for ball 4. An incredibly close spot as that is the 5th walk of the inning allowed by Morrow. That will force in Ross to score. And we have a tie ball game at 5 apiece here in the top of the 8th inning. And here comes Alex Miklos to the mound. This will likely be it from Morrow on the night. They have a right-hander warming up. And again, tough break for Kane and Morrow. After 3 fantastic scoreless innings of work, struggled with his command here in the 8th, walked 5 batters, allowed 3 runs to score. He'll be responsible for Denny at first, Arnold at second, and Vaith at third base. It's like we're seeing Kirkpatrick coming in for the Sabre Dogs here. Going to enter a bases-loaded jam with 2 away, tied at 5 as the 9th man to the plate of the inning, and Luke Danielwicks will be coming to the plate. 5-5 ball game. Spuds looking for the lead. Kirkpatrick looking to keep this game tied. 5-5 your score as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Network. Top half of the 8th inning, 3 runs in here for the Spuds as they have tied it at 5 apiece. New arm here for the Sabre Dogs. Tall right-hander Jackson Kirkpatrick standing at 6 feet 6 inches. We'll get Luke Danielwicks here with 2 outs in the 8th. First pitch is a fastball down away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So you have Denny at first, Arnold at second, Vaith at third base. Vaith represents the go-ahead run here. 3 runs already in this frame, as Danielwicks is the 9th batter to come to the plate here in this inning. He's 0 for 4 with an RBI. The 1-0, swing and a foul straight back. Strike 1, 1-1. In the bottom of the 8th inning for the Sabre Dogs, it'll be 6, 7, and 8. Jordan Williams, Ethan Moore, and Colin Hannigan. Kirkpatrick having a tough start. Got the loss last Sunday against the Sunfish in that 10-inning marathon. He'll have 3 runs through an inning, or make that 3 runs through a third of an inning. He'll have 1 hit on 4 walks. Has walked 6 batters through 2 1/3 of an inning's work. 1-1, misses upstairs, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Spuds. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Sabre Dogs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kirkpatrick leans in from the stretch. The 2-1, swinging a ground ball left side. Cooper picks it up. Will flip it to Moore at second base, who's covering the second base bag, as that is in time for the 6-4 fielder's choice to retire the side. But the Spuds are able to bat around here in the top of the 8th inning and are able to tie this game up at 5 apiece with 3 runs scored. What a ball game tonight we have at Corbett Field, and I'll tell you, it is not done yet. We head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. 5-5 your score. Williams, Moore, and Hannigan due up, looking for the lead when we come back. You're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything we can to keep our loved ones safe, and they do everything to keep us safe. Seatbelts save lives. It's an indisputable fact, and buckling up is something we all can do.
Buckle up, Dad.
Seatbelts save lives. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
This is Ethan Moore for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all our exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need this summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag SCODogs.
Tied at 5, bottom of the 8th inning. A wonderful evening here at Corbett Field, here for Game 2 of this 3-game set between the Canyon County Spuds and your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Thank you to all of you tuning in on Mixlr and YouTube Live. We appreciate it, both the Spuds fans and the Sabre Dogs fans. Happy to have you here with us here in Minot, North Dakota. 5-5 game, bottom of the 8th inning. Jordan Williams to lead it off. Noah Stevens out for his 2nd inning of work. First pitch is a breaking ball over the middle of the plate for strike 1. 0-1. Stevens came into the game, inherited the tough spot for Grosjean. Did allow those 3 runs to score, one of which that was charged to him. Was able to get out of the jam and keep it to 3. So the next pitch is swung on and popped up first base side, foul territory. Tollerman ranging towards the track. He'll watch it fly off the netting out of play. 0-2. But Stevens limiting the damage to 3 was incredibly impactful because, of course, the Spuds were able to pick up 3 of their own in the top of the 8th inning. Tug of war continues. Again, remember, earlier in the game, Spuds picked up a run in the top of the first. Sabre Dogs then picked up 2, led 2-1. And then Spuds picked up 1 more of their own in the top of the 2nd to tie it. And zoom to that bottom of the 7th. Sabre Dogs pick up 3 to take a 5-2 lead. Spuds pick up 3 more to tie it at 5. 0-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. Blocked by Vaith, finds his lane and throws to first in plenty of time to retire Williams for out number 1. Back-to-back strikeouts for Stevens. As that brings up Ethan Moore to the plate. So no one warming up the pen for the Sabre Dogs, so Kirkpatrick is likely coming out for the 9th inning. For the Spuds in that frame, it'll be 4, 5, and 6. Tolleman, Grant, and Hake, the trio that led it off back in the 8th. Stevens leans in, comes set, closed off as he's set at the belt. First pitch is a fastball on the outside corner, strike one. 0-1. Moore 1 for 3 tonight, singled back in the 6th inning. A hard ground ball up the center of the diamond. That was back-to-back hits with Williams. Would be stranded after Hannigan lined out to left. That kept the game tied at 2. No balls, 1 strike. Stevens fires. Swing and a miss out in front of a breaking ball for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. So Stevens doing a good job so far. And he's had a good season, really, besides one outing. That was against Spearfish on the 29th. Tossed 1 inning, allowed 7 earned runs. Besides that, it's been pretty serviceable here for Sean Walsh and his ball club. The 0-2 is on its way, swinging a soft chopper right side. Second baseman Arnold charges, picks it up, shuffles to first, tosses across in time to retire Moore. Route number 2, 4 straight batters retired, 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning, as that brings up Colin Hannigan to the plate now. Hannigan 0 for 3 tonight, a couple lineouts to left in which he hit both on the barrel. Also grounded out to third in the 4th in that 1-2-3 inning for Grosjean. So Grosjean off the hook now, was in line for the loss. He'll get a no decision tonight. Morrow will get a no decision along with Wallington as well. Stevens from the stretch. Pitch on the way, breaking ball for a strike over the middle of the plate, 0-1. So Stevens and Kirkpatrick currently the pitchers of record so far. As Stevens leads it for the side, long hair flowing out of the back of his cap as he comes set at the belt. 0-1 to Hannigan, is in the dirt, picked by the catcher and Vaith for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield straight up, infield as well for Hannigan right here. 24th pitch of the game coming up here for Stevens. Stevens comes set. 1-1 on the way to Hannigan. Swinging a soft ground ball to third, fielded on a couple of hawks by Hake. He'll toss across to first, but it's high and wide as it goes to the track. Hannigan heading for 2. He'll get in there with a head-first slide. A big break for the Sabre Dogs as the go-ahead run is in scoring position with 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And I'll tell you, Hannigan may have beaten this out even if the throw was on line. That's why you might give him a base hit on that. He was hustling. Hake, the third baseman, took a lot of time. And again, the throw was high, but Hannigan was very close to beating this out. Either way, there will be an E5 charge to Hake because the throw is errant. But in my book, I'll give it a single and an E5. I'll let you know what the official ruling is when we get it. They're going to give him a hit and an E5. So there we go. Here comes the assistant coach to the mound here for the Spuds. Justin Cooper coming to the plate now. And again, Cooper, biggest spot for him of the season right here. Again, just arriving on Monday. He's 1 for 3 tonight, 2 for 8 on the year. Hannigan, for a catcher particularly, has good speed as he represents the go-ahead run. And if the Sabre Dogs can take the lead right here, they'll be 3 outs away from the victory with Kirkpatrick looking to shut the door. But again, it will take a base hit likely from Cooper to get this lead right here. Again, on deck is the leadoff hitter in Caden Schwabe, a guy that you can imagine Stevens does not want to face here. Again, your line score, 5 runs and 5 hits, an error for the Spuds, 5 runs on 9 hits, no errors for the Sabre Dogs. And this is a completely different look than what we saw on Monday night. A blowout win for the Sabre Dogs. 5-5 here, and you got to give the Spuds a lot of credit for bouncing back, sticking in this game. Long conversation on the mound right here as the home plate umpires trying to split them up. Again, he hasn't walked up there, just shouting from about 40 feet in front of the mound. Now everyone will split up. Vaith returns to his catching position. Fans looking for a Fans looking for a big knock from one of their favorites here in Justin Cooper. 5-5, bottom of the 8th. Cooper's teammate from last year, and Colin Hannigan at second base as well. He'll be going on contact with 2 outs. Stevens leans in, comes set from the stretch. Lifts and fires, pitch on the way. Is outside with a fastball, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 up for the Spuds in the top of the 9th inning. As we mentioned, will be 4, 5, and 6 in their order. Stevens looking to weave out of trouble one more time as he comes set. Fires the 1-0. Breaking ball misses outside and low. Ball 2, close spot. 2 balls, no strikes, the count now. No one up in the Sabre Dogs pen. Our right-hander up currently in the pen for the Spuds. Stevens leans in. Hitters count for Cooper, 2-0. Here's the pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses down and away, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes now. Cooper again likely taking all the way here with the top of the order and Caden Schwabe on deck. Hannigan ready to run, takes a walking lead from second base. Stevens leans in, comes set, first base side of the rubber. Belts high. Here's his 3-0. Fastball in the dirt, misses down low for ball 4. A walk to Cooper, second straight plate appearance with that result. First in second, 2 away, and a dangerous, dangerous hitter coming to the plate in Caden Schwabe. Schwabe 1 for 3 tonight, a single in the first, a line out in the second. Excuse me, make that 1 for 2, a bunt over to advance Cooper to second in the 5th, and a walk in the 7th. Picked up an RBI single yesterday, looking for another one of those right here. Hannigan, the go-ahead run at second base. Cooper some insurance at first. First pitch is a strike at the knees. 0-1 the count. Schwabe has 8 RBIs on the season so far. Coming into tonight, hitting .456. Stevens a long look in. He comes set. Hannigan dancing back and forth at second. The 0-1 from Stevens is in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and Faith rolls towards the first base dugout. Faith can't find it. Hannigan rounding third, heading for home. He slides in safe. Heading to third, standing up as Cooper, as the Sabre Dogs take a 6-5 lead. Colin Hannigan pumped up as he returns to the first base dugout. It's Cooper's now coming to the plate. Diving tag by Stevens is in time. My goodness, here comes Alex Miklos right in the face of the home plate umpire. Again, Cooper tried to catch the pitcher. Stevens off guard. The catcher and Faith was not covering home plate. Cooper then slid in with his head first. And Stevens, the pitcher, made a desperation tag at the plate. And the tag, according to the home plate umpire, was in time. Miklos fuming with the home plate umpire right now. But most notably, the Sabre Dogs take a lead. Let's walk through it one more time. A wild pitch that got away from the catcher and Faith. He couldn't find it. Hannigan got to third, knowing that Faith couldn't find it. Rounded third, went to the plate, scored safely. Meanwhile, Cooper was running into third base, standing up. The catcher and Faith was not covering the plate as he threw the ball back to the pitcher and Stevens. Cooper saw that, tried to have a foot race with Stevens, the pitcher, and he ran towards home plate trying to score. Stevens, the pitcher, ran from the mound, dove and tried to apply the tag on Cooper, and it was in time by about a millisecond to end the inning. So a run scores on the wild pitch. Chaos ball is back, I'll tell you that. It's looking like last Sunday. Either way, the Sabre Dogs take a 6-5 lead. Jackson Kirkpatrick out for the top of the ninth. Looking to close this game out as the Sabre Dogs are 3 outs away from win number 12 on the year. We'll be right back. 6-5 Sabre Dogs, your score.
The Glenburn Fire Department will be joining the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs at Corbett Field this Thursday for
What a wild ball game we've had. Top of the ninth inning, 6-5 Sabre Dogs, your score. After a chaotic, wild ending to that bottom of the 8th inning. Again, first and second, 2 away. It's a wild pitch that got to the backstop. The catcher for the Spuds and Faith could not find it, which allowed Hannigan to score from second base. Cooper then tried to score basically all the way from first and was tagged out of the plate. So here we are, 6-5 lead here in the top of the 9th inning. Zach Tollerman to lead it off as the first pitch is a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Kirkpatrick looking to close this ball game out as Tollerman digs back in. Here's the 0-1. Fastball misses upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4, 5, 6 due up here for the Spuds. Cam Grant on deck, Carson Hake in the hole. Tollerman, the tying run at the plate. Here's the 1-1. Off speed pitch, misses inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike here. Kirkpatrick came into a bases loaded spot with 2 outs in the bottom, or make that the top of the 8th, induced an inning-ending ground ball. So the 2-1 is a fastball on the outside corner, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So he was tasked with closing out the game on Sunday. Unfortunately, blew the save. Gets another opportunity here on this Wednesday night. Kirkpatrick from the stretch. The 2-2 on the way. Fastball up and away, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. So Kirkpatrick, the last thing he wants is to put the tying run at first base to open up this inning. He comes set. Payoff pitch on the way. Fastball up and away. 4-4. Second straight plate appearance in which Tollerman has walked third of the night as he represents the tying run at first base. Here comes Cam Grant to the plate now, representing the go-ahead run. And this is a big spot here for Kirkpatrick. And again, we're going to see a meeting at the mound. Maybe we're seeing a substitution right here, and that's going to be the case. We're seeing a pinch hitter for Cam Grant. We're going to get you as soon as we can who that batter is. Looks like a left-hander coming to the plate. It's going to be David Bedrosian, who we saw yesterday pinch hitting for Cam Grant. Outfielder for outfielder, so if this game goes to the bottom of the 9th inning, Bedrosian probably comes in the game and stays in left field. He was 0 for 3 against the Sabre Dogs yesterday. Coming into tonight, hitting a .170, no homers and 3 RBIs. Sean Walsh playing the matchup game right here. Third baseman from Moretto playing in front of the bag at third. Middle infielder's back. Moretto expecting a bunt here from Bedrosian. His time's now called. Hannigan's going to give some bunt signs here. Again, the Sabre Dogs had a practice on the off day yesterday, implemented some bunt defenses, and it's already paying major dividends right here, assuming that Bedrosian is being tasked to lay one down. He is, as he shows bunt. Kirkpatrick from the stretch. First pitch on the way, fastball up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 6-5, Sabre Dogs. Top of the 9th inning. After a 3-3 score through 6.5, we've seen 9 runs scored on both ends in the last 2.5 frames. 1-0, Bedrosian bunts, pops it up in the air, caught by Brewer, tag applied, is not in time, and here comes Alex Miklos again. He is sprinting out to the second base umpire, and he is furious once again. It looked like Brewer had tagged Tollerman at first base before he touched the bag, as Miklos is incredibly upset. He's likely going to ask for a meeting with the home plate umpire. Again, it was a tough angle for the second base umpire, probably couldn't see Brewer apply the tag with him standing in line and the first between first and second base. Miklos, with both hands on hips, is going to get a meeting with the home plate umpire, who had quite a better angle. And again, from my angle, it sure looked like Brewer applied the tag on Tollerman, as they are going to overturn the call. It is a 3 unassisted double play. Bedrosian couldn't get the bunt down on the ground, popped it up in the air right to Brewer, who slapped the tag on Tollerman at first base. Now here comes Sean Walsh out for his say with the first base umpire. Are you kidding me? This is the most wild ending to this ballgame. It doesn't get much better than this. And again, a very close play at first base. Understandable why Walsh is upset. Again, you never like to see a call overturned in a game late and this close. But from this angle, it sure did look like Brewer applied the tag on Tollerman before he touched the first base bag. So a 3 unassisted double play erases the leadoff walk, and the Sabre Dogs are out away from a gutsy win, as Sean Walsh is still talking with the home plate umpire now and is not happily, justifiably here again. So many twists and turns, so many controversial calls. Late in the ballgame this tight for his ball club that traveled all the way out here from Idaho. A long trip over here. Had a tough loss on Monday. This will be a tough loss for the Spuds if they cannot come back here, but you got to give them a lot of credit tonight for battling back after a tough loss on Monday. Kirkpatrick, and out away from sealing the deal. Here's Carson Hake to the plate. Pitch on the way is in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Hake on the day, 0 for 3, a strikeout, a line out to third, and a fly to center. Kirkpatrick leans in for the sign here. 1 ball, no strikes, 6-5, Sabre Dogs top of the 9th inning. Kirkpatrick from the stretch. His 1-0. Fastball buzzes across the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1. And man, the energy in the crowd tonight has increased by at least 1,000% in this last inning or so. A lot of action, a lot of turns. We've got a great ball game this evening here at Corbett. Count even out 1. Kirkpatrick from the stretch. 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball over the heart of the plate for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Sabre Dogs a strike away from picking up this dramatic victory here at Corbett Field. Fans rise to their feet, aided by the first base dugout telling everybody to get up here at Corbett Field. 6-5, top of the 9th. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Kirkpatrick leans in. He's set. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a fly ball into left center field. Schwabe to his left. Keaton to his right. It is Keaton in left center field to make the catch, and that'll do it. The Sabre Dogs win by a final of 6-5 here in 9. What a ball game we've seen tonight. 4 runs for Souris Valley in the last 2 innings after losing multiple leads. Here are the Spuds. They secure the series victory. Now move to 12-7 on the year. The win goes to Kirkpatrick. The loss to Stevens. What a ball game we saw tonight. We're going to have Colin Hannigan for your player of the game, scoring the go-ahead run on that wild pitch from second base. Stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll have Hannigan up in multiple minutes here, about 5 to 10, as the Sabre Dogs win it 6-5. We'll be right back.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a 10K golf cart giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, 1 lucky fan will drive home in a brand new golf cart courtesy of OK Automotive. Register in store today.
The Sabre Dogs have teamed up with Don Bissett Motors to bring you Guns N' Hoses Specialty Jersey Night. The players will play in these exclusive jerseys while a silent auction will be held throughout the game. There will also be a pregame softball scrimmage between the Minot Fire Department and the Souris Valley Fraternal Order of Police. Game time for the scrimmage is at 5:15. The team will also be hosting Superstars for some family fun entertainment. Come on out to the field to be part of the fun and watch the Sabre Dogs take on the Spearfish Sasquatch at 7:05.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a 10K golf cart giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, 1 lucky fan will drive home in a brand new golf cart courtesy of OK Automotive. Register in store today.
The Sabre Dogs have teamed up with Don Bissett Motors to bring you Guns N' Hoses Specialty Jersey Night. The players will play in these exclusive jerseys while a silent auction will be held throughout the game. There will also be a pregame softball scrimmage between the Minot Fire Department and the Souris Valley Fraternal Order of Police. Game time for the scrimmage is at 5:15. The team will also be hosting Superstars for some family fun entertainment. Come on out to the field to be part of the fun and watch the Sabre Dogs take on the Spearfish Sasquatch at 7:05.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a 10K golf cart giveaway. If a SaberDogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home in a brand new golf cart courtesy of OK Automotive. Register in store today.
The SaberDogs have teamed up with Don Bissett Motors to bring you Guns and Hoses Specialty Jersey Night. The players will play in these exclusive jerseys while a silent auction will be held throughout the game. There will also be a pregame softball scrimmage between the Minot Fire Department and the Souris Valley Fraternal Order of Police. Game time for the scrimmage is at 5:15. The team will also be hosting Superstars for some family fun entertainment. Come on out to the field to be part of the fun and watch the SaberDogs take on the Spearfish Sasquatch at 7:05.
Welcome back to Corbett Field with our player of the game. 6-5 SaberDogs win in style, Colin. That was a wild game. Now, we saw a crazy back-and-forth affair on Sunday. Another one here tonight. Of course, you're victorious in this one. But before we get into this game, between those two, which one was wilder?
I would have to say probably the one 2 nights ago. I mean, this one was great, but we just kept on being relentless. And I'm glad we were able to just fight back and keep it rolling.
No doubt about that. Relentless, the perfect adjective to describe you guys this season, constantly battling back. You saw the Spuds battle back and tied that game up. You were behind the plate calling this entire game. What have you seen from your pitching staff, including Kaden Morrow, who tossed very good 3 initial scoreless innings and then struggled in the back end? What did you see from your guys? Then Kirkpatrick coming into a tough spot, keeping this game as close as possible.
I just love it that our guys are fighters. Even Kirkpatrick today, coming back after giving up a tough game 2 nights ago, coming back and dominating. He did awesome. Eric at the beginning of the game, he didn't have his best stuff, but he was just pounding the zone, getting early contact, and our defense was able to make plays behind him. And Kanan, I mean, he was dominant through 2 or 3 innings, and then it had one tough inning, but Kirkpatrick was able to come back and get some outs to close it out.
No doubt about that, and base running has been a big key for you guys this year, a big area of success, leading the league in stolen bases. But it's not only that, taking extra bases, and we saw you do that there in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's probably about the 1,000th time we've seen a SaberDogs base runner take more than one base on a wild pitch. You did it there to score the go-ahead run. Walk me through your mind right there, what was going on in that play.
We're just all about aggression. I mean, especially in a tie ball game, if you have a shot to score, you got to take it. Coach Mick always says if we make mistakes, he wants us to be aggressive mistakes. So you just got to go all out, and if they were to get me out, they would have had to make a perfect play. And Bo tried to take 2 on that one hit to the right side, and they did make the play, but we just were able to pull one out there at the end.
For sure. You've been here now for a year and a half, obviously here in 2020. Big crowd on hand tonight. I don't think I've heard it louder than we saw it, or we heard it, I should say, in the bottom of the 9th inning. All right, do you agree with that? Have you seen a bigger crowd here than that?
Absolutely agree with it. I mean, this crowd is electric, and as we keep winning, they just keep getting louder and louder, and we love it because we really just feed off that energy. And we love the fans, and they keep us going, absolutely.
For sure. And then I got to ask, you're behind the plate, probably the toughest position to wear jorts in a baseball game. Of course, jorts in sports night. I don't know if the fans can see it right now. How was it catch you back there in the jorts?
It wasn't quite as bad. I mean, the short jorts were able to give me a little extra flexibility there. They're not quite as restricting as normal jeans.
Okay.
So it was still enjoyable. It was definitely a unique experience.
Love that. A unique ball game tonight. A 6-5 SaberDogs win with plenty of twists and turns. They now pick up win number 12 on the season as they inch closer to the Tommyknockers for first place in the Lewis Division. They also have now won the series here against the Spuds. Look to take the sweep tomorrow at 7:05. We'll be right back at it on Mixler and YouTube Live. Again, the SaberDogs pick up win number 12, 6-5. Colin Hannigan, your player of the game. Thank
Appreciate
you so much.
It. Yes, sir.